Okay, I seem to have run myself into a bit of a pickle. I know that I can do all my streams and stuff. There's no issues on my end. But for some reason, okay, hold on. Can you guys do something for me really quick? Can you guys let me know if that's buffering for you? Because I want to make sure if it's not, I just want to make sure it's not me. That's the issue. Can you check that stream real quick? I'm trying to get the vertical side of streams working, so if you guys just want to watch on your phone, you guys can. Without needing to worry about like watching it through like YouTube and like having your thingy twisted or like whatever. You guys can just like watch it through YouTube on vertical and whatnot. But like, I just want to make sure it's not actually buffering and shit because yeah, it seems like that might be the case on my end. I'm not sure. It's not just me. Okay, cool. Question now is, what is the issue? Why is this not wanting to buffer properly? What is your problem? What is your issue? Ingest server, that's fine. That's okay over here. I mean, to be fair, I am doing 4 recordings and 3 streams on the same PC. So like, yeah, I just want to make sure that I wasn't going actually insane here. Okay, cool. We're good. Vertical encoder, what if I just do you? Set you to this, then set you to like, I don't know, 5K over here. Medium, there you go. A quarter resolution. Constant bit rates. Bah! Did that? I fix it? No, that did not fix it. Shit. Hold on, let me reset this. Let me restart the stream. Not this stream. The other stream. Yeah, it's buffering for me too. Alright, okay. Wait, you don't have any buffer? Okay, maybe it just fixed itself and that's what the issue is. And it just like went through and actually fixed itself like 2 seconds ago. Because like I could 100% see them going through and being like, alright, cool, fixed. Problem solved. Perfect. If you're changing the air to multi-stream, you must control vertical streaming. I'm being stupid. Hold up. I'm being stupid. Hold on. Maybe this fixed it? This might fix it. My good sir? Are you fixed? Are you left fixed? Or should I throw hands with you? Nope, it is still buffering. What browser? That's a good question actually. What browser? iPhone and iPhone. Yeah, okay, yeah, that should be fine then. What is our... Why is that buffering though? Why are you buffering? What is your problem? I wonder what the issue is though, because it seems like there isn't like actually... Oh, hey Tims. Hello. Oh, by the way, a quick little thing guys. I want to show you guys something. I now have one of the coolest things ever. I have a camera. Hello. Hello. I actually have like a proper camera now, so mama. Oh, what the fuck happened to my wrist? Oh, that's right, because I don't have a pad on my thingy. Hello. Yeah, I can actually show you guys around my desk now. See? This is what I see during stream, by the way. This is my stream setup. My giant ass OBS thing with like 3 billion things going on in OBS. This is what my OBS looks like now, by the way. It's interesting. But yeah. I gotta find the most insane thing ever. I think it's in here somewhere. If I'm not mistaken. Unless it's at the bottom. Yes! This is the card that I was talking about before, guys. One of the recent sales for it went for like 40 grand. I don't know why this card sold for so much. Like, I'm being genuine here. I have no idea why this card sold for so much, but I saw it sell for like about 40 grand. USD, so about 60 Canadian. It's wild. Like, what the fuck? A single card is worth that much. It's like, okay. Fair enough, I guess. And I've got all of these guys here, which are all like 600-ish each. I need to go... They're from the Turner Deck A, the original Turner Deck A. So I need to go through and, I need to go set up the rest of this. Go see if I can actually find a buyer for all my cards and stuff. I have a lot of really, really expensive cards. Problem is that finding a buyer is where the issue comes into lie. But yeah. Welcome to my setup. Oh, by the way, this is where my stick and throttle are, by the way. Like my stick and throttle are just like right here. I have them like tied down to like my desk and stuff. Like they're actually like built into my desk and stuff. And even this is like, it's stuck there as well. I can't get that off. And I've got my other stream deck over here as well. So they're stuck there. But yeah, I can just toggle it on and off whenever I want to. Yeah. Your over under stream on YouTube is also buffering AF for me on my phone. What do you mean by over under? What does that mean? What is an over under? What is over under? And what do you mean my model is behind the camera? What does that mean? What do you mean my model is behind the camera? What? I don't know what over under means. Over under? What do you mean by over under? This? Do you mean this? This is over under? This is just vertical, my guy. Just call it vertical. Also, my model isn't hidden there. That's just what my model is. It cuts off there. That's me not being underneath my thingy. That's just straight up it gets cut off there because I'm meant to be behind it. Like if I want to, I could literally just go over here really quick, grab my thingy, and then like I move myself up and look, cuts. I have been bisected. Hold on, give it a second to load. Give it a second to load. Give it a second. Maybe more than a second. But yeah, I'll just get bisected in a second here. What? No, open. What do you mean open the camera again? What are you talking about? What? Open the camera? No, I'm not gonna open the camera again. This sounds dangerous. We're not doing that. Oh, there's screens in the close-up there's two screens in the close-up on a fade. What? Guys, I'm gonna need you guys to use English here. For the record, all of my knowledge that I know of when it comes to this stuff is all self-taught. I don't know like anything professionally. I don't know over under any of like the bajabbles or nonsensical bullshit. I need actual English over here, guys. I don't know the shit. I think that's what they're trying to say. The arrow comes out behind it. Oh! Maybe? I'm under my camera? What? No. I have not named my beholder before, or not yet. It's a gift from my dad, by the way. I plan on painting the beholder at some point, but I can't because I don't have the right circulation and stuff, so I can't go and do that yet. I do plan on doing it eventually, but like I need to wait until I have proper circulation before I can actually start painting it. Because I'd rather not get high off of bullshit again. Please and thank you. Ooh, my GPU is like running at 100% right now. Uh-oh. Oops. What the fuck is my... What is my... Hold on, what's my stream output looking like? 6K? Okay. Constant bitrate 6K. That's setting to 2. Twitch VOD track is set to 2. Okay. I actually... What do you mean we be burning? I'm gonna need you all to like coherently start working together here because my brain is a little too fried for me, or way too fried for you guys right now. Something about the encoding is probably jacked up on AF on the YouTube side. Maybe? What about the main YouTube stream? What about the main YouTube stream? What about that? Is that doing okay? What about... No, that's borked. Okay, not the right one. That's the right one. Okay, so my regular one's fine. Like this is the regular YouTube stream right here. So this one's fine. That's okay. Okay, but this one's borked, and I'm trying to figure out exactly why the fuck this one's borked. All right, we still got some work to figure this one out. Why is that one borked? What the fuck, man? Why are you? Yeah, why are you fucked? What are you doing here? Is there some kind of like bullshit that I'm not quite understanding here that I should be understanding that I'm not like quite getting? Because if I need to... you know what? Hold on. I want to see if I do this. What'll happen if I do that? Aha! What happens if I do that? It doesn't seem like it fixed it. Never mind. Fuck this shit. Wait! No, fixed it! Yes! Okay, so... really fucking stupid thing I just did. Yeah. So really stupid thing I just did, okay? Is I literally went through and threw it onto I have it now running on NVENC, but the AMD version of NVENC on my CPU, not my GPU. Don't worry about it, guys. We're fine. I got it figured out. I'm just doing really stupid shit. There you go. Don't worry, my CPU is good enough that it could handle like 3 streams on its own, so it's fine. I'll just start throwing some streams on the CPU side. But yeah, we're good. How you guys doing? What you guys been up to? What kind of chaos you guys been causing? Also, you guys said you wanted me to get back my camera. Why do you guys want my camera back? Like, what? What, you guys want this back? What do you want with this though? What? You guys want to see the beholder? Is that what you guys are asking me about? Like, do you guys like this? What do you guys want? Exactly. What do you guys want to do? What? Beholder. I don't know. What do you want? Oh, is that what you mean? Is that I'm behind the actual camera? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I know I'm behind the camera. You're not supposed to see my face, you nuts. I don't want you guys knowing what my face looks like. The whole point of being a VTuber is the anonymity or whatever. How the fuck, however you pronounce that, man. Also, this is what I use for, so I have like a little clip here that I have. And so what I use for my mic for in games and stuff is one of these little guys. Actually specifically, I just grabbed this one. So like I grab one of these guys whenever I want to go through and do like in-game mic stuff. I just clip it and it's right there. And I can unclip it and throw it back and it's charging for it. It's actually pretty nice. So it lets me go through and hot swap it whenever I need to, which is great. And then I have my, this is what I did, by the way. This is my router. So I have my router just hanging out right here. Each one of these Ethernet ports, by the way, or each one of these Ethernet cables is able to transfer upwards of 48 gigabytes per second. So it's great. So we can do like 84 gig or 48 gigabytes of data transfer for each one of these that I have. And then I have all of those, excuse the mess that's over there, going directly into that mess. I know you can't see it there, but ow, guys, what the fuck, man? And then there's a giant ass, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see that little silver thing right there, that little silver dot? That's where it goes to. Yeah, I know I'm reading chat. I don't really care though, guys. Like, why does it matter? You guys can see my model. Oh no, you can see my model. Whoa, no. It's Inception. Oh no. The immersion breaking. Oh no, sorry guys. I broke your immersion once again. What are we gonna do? Whoa. What? You're trying to help me for what? What are you trying to help me with though? Just saying that my model is behind what? I'm so confused. What are you trying to help me with? You're just saying that my model is behind my camera. What are you trying to say? Okay, so... Oh, do you mean the fucking... this thing? Okay, okay, I'm not gonna understand the context of what you mean by this. I'm gonna need you guys to actually say on stream, otherwise I will not understand what you mean. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. If you didn't say on stream, I will not understand. Like, the TISM requires more info than just a little bit here. I need a lot more information than just your model is behind the camera, because I'll just assume that you're talking about my flesh tuber fingers. Like these little thingies here. My little thingies. Or like my actual, like, my body. Because otherwise, like, I will not understand what you mean. I need more info, my guys. Alerts. I need more TISM. I need more info. Stuffs. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Well, yeah, now I understand what you mean, Pesto. Like, relax, my guy. Just shh, relax, my guy. I'm also in the process of going through and fixing like 8 different things right now, so you're gonna have to like relax a little bit, my guy. Yeah, there you go. There. Cry's got it. Cry's got the wording. Thank you. Cry figured it out. That's that right there. Right there. The way that Cry wrote it out is exactly how I need it said. Because otherwise there's like 18 different things that you could mean by it's behind the camera. Because I actually do have 8 different cameras. No, I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to say too, but like that's exactly what I need. Rick, you saying that nah, you're just not reading the text is very dismissive, my guy. Also, for those who are on the YouTube side, I have just set up the camera so you guys can actually see it there too. Yes. Transition, show projector source. No, I want you to transform, fit to screen. There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do, you fucker. It's not what I wanted to do. You frick fracker. Give me my thingy. Thank you. We're going to make you a little larger. Larger. There you go. Transform. Fit horizontally. There we go. Larger. Now we're good. Jesus Christ. What? Cry. I had a conversation with you yesterday about not buying me shit, and then you go and still do it anyways, my guy. I am purposely ignoring it at this point because I'd like you to stop. I do appreciate it, but also you'd need to stop. Like, genuinely. Do not buy me anything else. This is me setting a boundary. I do not want you to buy me anything else. There you go. Where's our chefs here? But yeah, I'm just glad that it actually worked because like it is actually kind of nice to be able to see it all functioning and stuff. Where's our chefs? No, the reason why I'm setting that boundary, Pesto, is because the guy spent like $300 on games. That's why. Like the guy spent like $300 in like 4 days on games for me. And like that's why I'm saying like he needs to stop because he is gonna end up in like it's like the same kind of shit that you see like in gambling and shit. And it's like, no, you need to stop, my guy. This is like an intervention. Like I'm okay with you guys buying me shit, but not like that. Like I understand that you guys want to support me and stuff, but when you guys go through and do that, that's a bit much because I also understand that a lot of you guys don't have the money to do that. And that's not an okay thing to do, my guy. So yes, this is where I'm setting boundaries of like, hey, do not buy me anything else because like I do appreciate that you guys buy me shit. It's not me saying that I don't appreciate it. It's just that like that's a lot of money and that's a little bit more than I'm willing to like actually accept from you guys. Because like that is a lot. What do you mean by arrange it? My guy, my Steam library breaks whenever... No, I don't think you understand, man. My Steam library breaks. I had to go through and purposely optimize Steam because otherwise if I didn't optimize Steam, it actually breaks and sometimes crashes when I scroll through my games list. That's how many games are on my library. I don't need more. Like genuinely speaking, it's not needed. That's why I don't buy games, and that's why generally speaking I don't tend to accept them because it's like, my guy. I did. But I'm not going to accept it, my guy. Mainly because I'd like to end this at some point. And this is where it's gonna end. What? What do you mean look at... No, Ozzy. No, fuck off. Ozzy, fuck off. No, ow, ow, crap. Yeah, no, for those... Ow, Jesus Christ. For those who don't know, if you guys have Humble Bundle and stuff, if you guys have Humble Bundle or Fanatical, it actually does really good for helping you get a lot of games and stuff. Because it will actually give you, like, fill out your library and stuff. That's how I got all the Batman games and stuff. As well as all of my Assassin's Creeds and all of my Lego games. That's how I have every single Lego game on Steam, except for, like, 1 or 2 I think I'm missing. Is just through Humble Bundle and, like, different bundles and Fanatical and stuff is where I got them. Is because like they actually do come out with like really good deals and stuff. And for those who don't know, if you buy games through Humble Bundle, the proceeds that you end up putting towards them, so like if you guys go through and buy stuff in Humble Bundle and whatnot, so say like games bundles and whatnot, if you guys go take a look at this, each one of the different bundles actually goes to a different charity, so you can actually see you can go and see which charities they actually go to, as well as like it goes through and helps out different things as well. So it's actually really nice. It's one of those things where I would highly recommend using Humble Bundle and stuff. I am not sponsored by them, but this is just something that I like about Humble Bundle. because it does actually give you a bunch of stuffs for relatively cheap, like 30 bucks for the equivalence of 652 Canadian in terms of value. So it's like, it's good. And then there's also the second one, which is Fanatical, which is this one over here, which is also pretty good, which this one also has all the legit keys and stuff as well. So if you're looking for like a way to get legit keys that don't require you breaking like the law or and like require like actually taking stolen keys and whatnot, you can just go through here and you can just like grab all this. So it's actually pretty nice. They actually have quite a few different bundles though. Like they have a shit ton. Used to be some small ones I could get for free. Yeah, it's actually really good. I actually have, so for those who don't know, I actually have Humble Bundle Choice. I have the Choice version, which gives you like quite a few games every month for free, or relatively cheap and stuff. I actually got, I got Octopath Traveler 2 last month, which I do plan on playing through with you guys at some point, which is actually Octopath Traveler is one of my favorite games out there. Like I love the Octopath series. Mainly just because it's one of the most beautiful JRPGs you could ever play, like straight up. Sometimes they don't give you Steam keys, and sometimes they're keys for like different platforms and stuff. For example, Diablo 4 over here is for battle.net, which I don't want to download because it's battle.net and I use Steam, so I don't want to use this. But yeah, it's one of those things where you can just go through and build your library, and that's how my library is so large, is actually through different bundles and stuff. It's not me buying games individually. If I had bought games individually and not through bundles like this, I would have actually spent, last time I checked my Steam, hold on. Where's the calculator? Hold up. Come on. This is all public information, by the way. I'm just covering it because I'm not sure if it's going to give me anything that may be less than ideal, so I'd rather not show you guys. But yeah, no, I did not spend this amount of money on it. It's just more so just so I can show you it. Know what I mean? Checking my browser! Whee! Alright, there you go. Yeah, so if I had actually bought everything without having to go through and actually use bundles, it would have been $20,000 in Steam, just alone, in terms of games. I did not pay that price for those. If anything, I've only really spent maybe $2,000. But since I've been buying bundles and stuff, it comes out to being a hell of a lot more than just, well, you know. That's why these trackers and stuff, by the way, that you see whenever you go through and take a look at like the different, like, how much different accounts are worth and all this other stuff. When you look at this, you start looking at like different things where it's like, okay, cool. They're not 100% accurate to what actually is the overall, like how much you've actually spent on Steam. So it's like, it's one of those things where like I do understand like a lot of people tend to go through and like take a look at this and they're like, oh yeah, that was a lot of money. No, it's not. That's over 11 years. Actually, it's more than that actually. I've had a Steam account for I think it's like almost 15 years now. 15ish? Yeah, I think it's about 15 years now. So like $2,000 over 15 years is not bad. But yes, remember, bundles are a huge thing. And also discounts and stuff too. Because Steam discounts are goated for getting games for like $5. Especially if you want to go through and mess around with them and get them like super cheap and stuff. You can do that like relatively easily as well. But yes, this is my whole PSA of please don't buy me $300 of games in like 4 days. I'd rather you guys not do that. Especially considering the fact that I know that I probably will not play like 90% of the games that you guys get me. Purely just out of the fact of I have so many fucking games to already play. Has also a ton of books, etc. Yeah. Humble Bundle and Fanatical both have like a ton of stuff outside of what's already considered the normal. They're primarily speaking, they actually have a crap ton of audiobooks as well, which is also really cool as well. So you can go take a look at their books. If I'm not mistaken, they have audiobooks. Yeah, they have a bunch of books and like audiobooks and like other stuff as well. It's pretty cool. They also have manuals, and they come out and like give you they have bundles for like a bunch of manuals and like other things for like getting into like coding or programming and like other things that like involve 3D modeling. Or there's even they've done bundles for like 3D models and stuff for doing game dev stuff as well, which is pretty cool. Like they have selections of things that are like straight up just beyond amazing. But that's also one of those things where if you're looking into that kind of stuff, I would imagine that you guys probably already have seen it. But otherwise, it's like, don't worry about it, it's fine. There you go. Where's our stuffs here? Oh, actually defense. Yes! Defense! Defense mission. Defense mission. Where's our stuffs? Okay, I need to go through and make sure that we're actually gonna be okay. This is all good. What's my current docs? Where's my stats? We actually have no... Wait, hold up. What the fuck? Oh, that's so weird. What? Actually? Holy shit. Why is it running so well? What the fuck? Okay, so as it stands right now, we have no skipped frames. We have no frames missing due to frame drops. The average render time per frame is 3.1 milliseconds, and it's an average of 60 FPS. Solid. What the fuck? My CPU usage is at 32% right now. What the fuck is happening? That shouldn't be possible. What? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, no, my PC is like unfazed, like completely untouched. That's so weird. What the hell? Yeah, my main GPU, when encoding, isn't even hitting like 90% either anymore. It's hitting like 85%. My memory is only at 15 out of 32 gigs. What the fuck? So we can do three streams and fucking 3 recordings or whatever the fuck the number is. 2 recordings, I think it is. Now, if I added another recording into that, it would probably crash it, but we're not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna go and do that. Oh, also, I can actually show you guys this now. You guys want to see how big my water bottle is that I got? Because I know that some of you guys don't understand just how big a gallon water bottle actually is. My hand for scale. This is the water bottle that I got. What am I... Like, this thing unironically, when I first started picking it up, when I got it and I filled it with water and stuff, was so heavy that like when I went to go like do this, I almost passed, like I almost dropped it because of just how heavy this thing was. Granted, holding it like that isn't a good idea, but holding it like this is a good idea. But yeah, it's pretty good. It lasts me full streams and stuff. It's great. Small U5'3", everything is big too. What? Homie, I'm not 5'3", I'm 5'5", 5'6", around there. 169 inches tall, or centimeters tall, sorry. Just small hands things. Yeah, apparently. You know, it's funny that you say that my hand is small though, because my hands apparently are larger than they should be. So whatever. It's fine. It's minor issues. Also, by the way, weighs a bit over 8 pounds when full. Yeah, no, I have a hard time picking stuff up, Kelshi. Unfortunately, part of my medication means that I get a bit weaker, so... though it has to do primarily with the way that I'm picking it up, where I'm picking it up on a strap on the side, kind of like you'd hold a mug. And it's, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Not a good idea. Yeah, it's 11.5 liters. Yeah. No, I go through a lot of water when I'm on stream and stuff because I'm constantly drinking. Like, I know that you guys hit me with a hydrate constantly saying like, oh, you need to drink more. It's like, no, I actually do go through and like, I do drink a lot. It's just that, yeah. If I actually drank more, I'd probably get water poisoning. Probably. No, actually, that's probably a good chance of that, actually, unironically. As much as I wish that wasn't the case, that's probably what would happen. No, it's good, actually. Drinking, that's actually like you actually need to drink more than a gallon a day, by the way. Like, actually drinking a gallon a day is actually really good for your horizon. You need to be drinking like 8 glasses of water a day, if not more. To be actually healthy and stuff, which is why I got the gallon water bottle. So I know that like, hey, I've drank my fill of water for the day to make sure that I'm fine, that I'm drinking a healthy amount of water. That's the main reason why I got it, is so I could know exactly how much I'm drinking and know that, hey, if I finish my gallon of water for the day, I know that I've drank enough water to stay on the healthy side for water. But yes, it's one of those things where like, it's not just straight water, by the way, guys. I do actually add like food you know, like tasting powder and stuff to it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, straight water tastes ass. like absolute straight ass. So I have to add stuff to it to be able to actually drink it properly, because if I don't, it's just eh. Yeah, actually tea. Yeah, tea's a good one as well. Electrolytes, yeah, exactly. Electrolytes with flavoring, yeah. I have this powdered Gatorade, or powdered version of Gatorade that I drink. That's what I usually have on me. And that's what I usually go for whenever I get a chance to, is I just grab my powdered Gatorade and just like turn that into like a giant thing for my gallon of water. It's actually really good. Would recommend, but also at the same time, it's like, eh. Yeah, exactly. It's always good. But yeah, no, I don't know why. I don't entirely know why, but water tastes like straight ass to me. And my dad's like, oh yeah, water doesn't have a taste and yada yada. My grandfather's like, water doesn't have a taste. Y'all just lost your taste buds, my guys. I'm sorry. But if you can't taste water, y'all don't have taste buds. Like at all. Sorry, broskies. It's GG's. Water itself doesn't have a taste, but shit water. It's the shit. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, but if the pipes and stuff, like you can taste the pipes, it's like how, it's the same reason why I hate going into cars and stuff, because like for me specifically, I can taste the inside of the, like I can taste the inside of the car when I walk into a car. Specifically speaking, if you have air conditioning going, I can taste the air conditioning and I fucking hate it. It's why I have no interest in ever owning a car, because every time I walk into a car, I always want to throw up. Like pretty much immediately. It's an almost instant gag reflex the second I walk into a car. I have like a extremely sensitive like taste to air. Like I can actually taste what's in the air. And so like for me specifically, if I walk into an area where there's a very dense smell, I won't smell it, but I'll taste it. And it's not a fun time for me. Water taste working from, yeah, if you can taste the pipes, you need new pipes. Problem is, Kalshi, I can't get new pipes. So like I can't, this building is a new building actually. They're still in the process of doing construction in the building, by the way. They still haven't finished building it. I think we've been over this actually, Kelshi. So like, yeah, no, they just fucked up everything in this building, like straight up. Everything in this building is fucked up in some capacity. Unfortunately. Or is that 11 hours? Yeah, it's 11 hours. Man, it's some bullshit. J5, I don't know, like, okay, so Rick, I have no idea. Mainly because it's not my job to police you guys in terms of your health. The only reason why I stop you guys from doing certain things is because it directly affects me or will directly affect the community, so... I can't directly force you guys to do anything, nor can I hit you for it, because it's like, it's your own decisions. If you're gonna go and actively hurt yourself, it's not like I'm gonna be able to stop you anyways. I'm gonna voice my concerns and voice the fact that I don't like it, but I won't be able to stop you. Stop, a spot in the line where there's collective sentiment or something. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, Kelshi, considering the fact that their AC doesn't work, they don't have functioning actual soundproofing, the doors have a gap large enough to fit your fingers under, front doors mind you. There's no actual proper fire escapes outside of like the 2 staircases that lead downstairs. Or actually, sorry, 1 staircase that leads downstairs. What else is there? Oh, our windows don't open. Yeah, and then you also have the thing where our they're partnered with a third-party water company that overcharges us so much that it's like to a point where it's almost extortion at that point. You know, I could keep going if you want. I could keep going, but like, you know, I got bigger problems on my plate here. Much bigger problems on my plate. Yeah, that's that gap, by the way, I had to cover up, and it's like, guys, what the fuck? I can't. Also, it's a bad idea in a city, Rick. Is it how, Oh, yeah, I know about that. My grandparents used to have a cabin that was like out in the middle of the woods and stuff. It was actually really nice. Their water was entirely, they weren't connected to city water at all. All of their stuff was connected entirely to their own stuff because of just how far out they were, which is actually really cool. But also, yeah, I know full well of what you mean by that. But also, algae isn't exactly dangerous for you. It's just, you'll just ingest a bit of algae. It's not exactly going to hurt you unless it's like a special kind of algae, in which case, GG's, I guess. But outside of that, it's not the end of the universe. But yeah. But you also know that I can't do shit about it, Kelsey. Like, no matter what I want to do about this issue, it's literally a matter of I quite literally cannot do anything, because if I try to actually voice my concerns about it, they're just not gonna care. Or just tell me, oh yeah, it's working, yada yada yada, and all this other stuff. Same thing as the usual bullshit of not actually wanting to get stuff done because, you know, bureaucracy. The one thing I couldn't hate more. No, Rick, that the water is cleaned before it gets to your house, Rick. This is just a terrible place to live. That's all it is. The apartment complex is just shite. And unfortunately there's no real regulation, or there are regulations, but they can just pay people off. Yeah, it is safe, but that's all that's required, unfortunately. And I know for a fact that the water also has a crap ton of, has an absolute ludicrous amount of sediment in it as well, or like, is like hard water. Because I can actually see the calcification of the water on like some of the stuff that I have. You can actually see it calcifying, which is actually kind of interesting. No, like I mean like actually hard water. It's interesting. You can feel the difference, by the way. It's not like a matter of like for those who don't know, hard and soft water, the only real difference between them is like hard water has minerals in it, soft water doesn't. And so a lot of the times when you see hard water, you'll see a lot of calcification on like different things around it. And that's what will result in those like, you know, those like that white dust that's left by the water? Like after the water goes away and whatnot, or after it evaporates, that's calcification from the water. Softer water has a little bit of it, but hard water is like you can actually see it building up like relatively quickly. Is like the difference is there. Though there is actually a difference, like there is different benefits for both of them. It's just oftentimes hard water just means that they're just cheaping out on shit, as per usual. As well, that's the usual shit as for what we do normally here. Yeah, no, hard water is not the worst stuffs. It just tastes like shite because you can actually taste all the minerals, and that's why like I'm not a fan of hard water, is because I can actually taste it and I don't like it. It's why, funny enough, I actually like lake water. Like if I can just like grab water off of a lake and just purify that, I'll drink that instead, because it is actually so much better. It's so much more tasty. They're so good. I fucking love lake water. I don't understand it, but I fucking love it. It's tasty and it's so good. I've yet to find anything that's as good. Oh, why did I go do this defense instead of my fucking arbitration? There's a spot underneath here? What? What do you mean there's a... Oh, hi. Alright. Was there a riot for Holy Dam that would have complaint made sure, you know... No. Sorry, Rick. This is actually... So, when I say this is a shit place to live, I mean that it's bad, but it's still not the worst. This is still considered good. By comparison to some places, by the way. This is still considered better than a lot of places that you could be living at. So while I do complain about it and say like, oh, this place is shite, which it is shite, it's just that in North America, this is still considered a safe and somewhat decent place. Yeah, this is what we would call an okay place to live. Yeah, welcome to North America. It's a yikes on almost every fucking... It's like, for them, it's a selling point. Basically, that's what this is. No, when I get the chance to move out, I'm immediately moving out, mainly just because of the fact that, like, I have no patience. Like, if I can, it's out of here. Bottle of water, because I can taste, the leech... Oh yeah, plastic water bottles are shite as well. They suck. They suck. Yeah, see, I pay $1,400 for this apartment, by the way, Rick. A month. $1,400 a month. Actually, you guys want to see how big my apartment is? Actually, I can actually show you how big my apartment is. You guys want to see how big my apartment is? This is what gets you $1,400 a month, by the way. Ignore the mess. I have clothes everywhere because I don't have a dresser to put my clothes in. Because I have a bunch of stuff everywhere. But let me show you how big my apartment is. Here. So, this is my desk. So this is my desk right here. This is my living room right here. That's my front door. That's my front door right there. My bathroom is off to the right in that door there. And then my kitchen. That's my kitchen. And then there you go. That's yeah, that's my bed. So like my apartment is yeah. This is $1,400 a month, by the way. $1,400 a month. Yeah. This is actually, believe it or not, I've seen apartments for like this go for 3,000. I've seen this go for 3,000 in this city, by the way, guys. Like, when I say renting here is nuts. Pay 300 a month for that much space in 2000. Yeah, no, it's, I really wish that they hadn't done that, but no, unfortunately, renting in Canada is atrocious. Because like, if I were to go buy this apartment, like my own money, and I were to go buy this, and I were to be on, and I were to go through and actually have it as like a, like I owned it myself and I was paying the mortgage, it would come out to about the same amount. If not less, actually. I'd be paying less for the mortgage than I am currently for my apartment. Because yeah, welcome to the renting market, where renting actually costs you more than paying for a mortgage. It's designed to keep you poor, by the way. Like that's what it's designed to do. Is a lot of the systems in North America are designed to keep you poor. It's also why it's such a big deal when somebody actually goes through and manages to actually buy a place, especially if you're my age and you manage to do it, because it's one of those things where like the entire system is meant to crush you in every possible way. Could build that yourself for less if you had that land. Yeah, no, actually, no joke. I probably could. No, I legitimately probably could pay, like, build this myself for less if I had the land. The problem is that buying the land is also expensive. Because if you're looking at buying like an acre, you're talking about maybe 70,000 for like an acre of land, maybe, if not more. Yeah, I know that you don't even need a whole ass acre, but like keep in mind that like if I want to buy land and it's like relatively cheap-ish or qualifies as on the cheaper ends, I would need to go through and like live outside in buttfuck nowhere. If I were to actually want to stay like within like the city limits or something, it'd be about 70 grand, around that. 70-ish grand, yeah. About 70 grand for about an acre. If I wanted to buy like a housing, like a place where I could like build a house on for less than an acre, so like a quarter of an acre, it'd probably come out to about 25 grand or something. Maybe a bit more actually, probably 50 grand. It's probably starting at 50 grand. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. See, the problem is that if you combined my entire income from the last 5 years, it doesn't even reach 60 grand, by the way. I've never made over 22,000 grand a year. I've never made over 22,000 a year. So while like I do understand that like it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's not that bad. For me, that kind of money is like unheard of. We're talking about shit that just does not exist for me at all. So like I do understand like the whole sentiment of like, oh yeah, just go buy land, or you could just build a house for that price. And it's like, sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of options that you could do that would what about a property loan? Oh god, you don't want to do that here. Azri, property loans in North America are a death sentence. Like you would have more success if you commit suicide. Like no joke, that's what you're doing. Especially if you don't have the money or the backing to be able to do it just fine, or you don't have enough income to be able to go through and do that kind of stuff. You don't touch that shit. Like if you're gonna loan money, you don't loan. Like it's loans are designed here to put you in a position where you cannot do anything else but pay for that loan. So if you can, like if you want to go through and like do loans and stuff, you don't do loans. You just buy it outright. It's the same reason why my grandparents are as rich as they are, is because what they do, is what you do is you go through and, or what they did is they went through and like they just buy everything they buy with cash. They don't finance it. Financing stuff is actually incredibly dangerous. So yeah. Yeah, loans aren't much better in the US. In fact, they're actually worse in the US. Considerably worse, actually. And the reason why I say that it's bad is because it actually just is that bad. In a lot of cases, it's like I'd consider it extortion in some ways. But in the US, it's considerably worse than what it is like here in Canada. And even here in Canada, it's really bad. We have actual protections and stuff to keep us safe. But in the US, a lot of places, they don't. So we may have some more options handling loans, but it depends on the type. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just like, yeah, Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like it comes down to just being like you just pay for it outright if you're gonna buy something, like cars or other things like that. If you're gonna buy a house, just walk into the place, buy it, like buy it with cash. Like give them a briefcase with the money, basically, is what I'm saying. Also, due to my family history, getting loans is impossible. Like straight up, outside of actual like student loans, I can't get loans. Due to my family history, because my ex-mother was horrendous with it and she had involvements with loan sharks and stuff, if you knows what those are. So my ex-mother basically screwed me over through familial affiliation of being her daughter and stuff. It's like, ah, well, crap. Appreciate that. Because they actually look into your family history and look into like what your family has done in terms of like loans and other things as well. When you go take a loan. And if your family doesn't have the best record in terms of paying back loans and stuff, you're fucked. Regardless of what your credit score is, by the way. And my credit score is like above 800 right now. So like, I understand that credits and stuff are good, but like at the same time, it's like, yep, I either have to go through and pay for everything in cash, or I have to go pay for everything up front, like straight up. I can't do loans outside of student loans, but that's because student loans are, for the record, about the only loans in Canada that aren't dangerous to go into are student loans. Because like I have $26,000 in student debt, or is it 25,000? It's one of the two. But I only have to pay about $100 a month to pay it off. That's it. Like even that, like that's the max price that I have to pay off my loans is $100 a month for $25,000 in debt. So it's like, relatively speaking, student loans in Canada aren't too bad. They're designed to help you get through school and stuff, but it's also one of those ones where if you got nothing out of those $25,000 like I did, like I got nothing out of mine, bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Welcome to bullshit, I guess, is what I'm getting up to here. So yes, eventually I do plan on going through out of my way to actually buy a place, if I can. This is also why my dad had said, like, he would be willing to let me live with him and stuff while I'm, like, getting myself off my feet, buying a place, and, like, I'm going to school and whatnot. He was more than fine with me living with him. But I can't. Unfortunately, I can't, and he knows full well why. But, like, at the same time, it just sucks that I can't go live with him, because it's like, fuck me, man. Got cancelled. Yeah, no, that shit is like, dude, that is lucky as shite, my guy. It's awesome. Super awesome. Yes, I hear also not dangerous student loans for buying a house and getting a mortgage, but some banks do lie and give you less because of it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's gonna be just like, they're gonna try and avoid like letting you do stuff, but it's fine. It's hype we're dodging all the forgiveness. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I'll ever get a forgiveness for my loans at all, because like I did go to college, but I didn't do anything that would result in it being like where I could actually get forgiveness and stuff for it, which is unfortunate, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just pay off my student loans eventually and just like leave it there behind the scenes, if I can at least. Yeah, no worries, Tims. Do what you gotta do. But yeah. Again, guys, a lot of the stuff that people are like, oh yeah, you could go solve this issue by just paying money. It's like, yeah, you can only do that if you have the money. Yes. And regardless if my family, like my extended family is able, like they have like a decent amount of money, I'm not going to be taking the money from them, nor would they give it to me, because like they also understand that I have no interest in taking their money. So like, familial ties in this regard does not matter. So, still on zero depth for student loans. Debt put in the savings pot so when I graduate. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's like super chill. I kind of wish they did that here. That'd be wicked. Like that'd be super helpful if they did that here. It'd actually encourage people to go to school. Like actually pay people to go to school and shit. That'd be awesome. Or give them bonuses for going to school and shit. That'd be wicked. But no, they don't do that here. In Quebec though, student loans don't exist in Quebec pretty much. The only reason why I say that though is because it's like $300 a semester in Quebec. I would have moved back to Quebec, but that would require me going to a weird school system to be able to go into that, and it's like, I'm not good with that. I mean, yeah, it's your money to do with what you want to do. It's a bonus for going to school, right? That's fine. Like if you want to go through and like spend it on whatever you want to do, that's fine. That's more than okay. It's not like you have a loan to pay off. Like genuinely speaking here, it's like I don't really see the issue there with setting it on and stuff. Like take it to go on a vacation or something. That'd be wicked. But if you do graduate, then you get to pay, then you have to pay it back. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense because if you don't graduate, you have to pay all the money back. Yeah, that makes sense. Regardless if I graduate or not, I still have to pay the money back, so that's fine. It's more than okay. Like, honestly, that I would take that deal for, like, if you graduate, you don't have to pay it back, but if you don't graduate, then you have to actually pay it back. I would take that deal in a heartbeat. Like, any day. Like, any day of the week, because that would be wicked. That would be amazing. Too bad they don't do that here, though, because, like, it would be awesome. Problem is that, they like to LARP a little bit like our southern neighbors, and that results in them not wanting to actually pay for education, which sucks, but whatever. Yeah, that checks out. I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna use it to buy a car, that's probably the smartest decision, especially if you can pay off most of the car right off the bat. That works perfectly, actually. Proto friends, you're over here. Why the fuck did I go into? Oh, that's right, because I was gonna go into. Hold on. Let me get out of here really quick. There you go. But yeah. Welcome to bullshit. Where is our Stoofs? Actually, you know what? I could just look it up. Sorry, my mistake. I just looked up how much an acre costs in my city that I live right now. It's between 150,000 and 1.5 million for an acre of land. Yeah. Kelsey, problem, I can't drive. And I never will be able to drive. Most likely I'll never be able to drive. So like, as much as I wish I could say like, oh yeah, it'd be wicked to go and drive and whatnot, and like live outside the city, I can't do that shit. No, I quite literally cannot drive, Bliss. I have a thing where, this is gonna be because TLDR, due to my past, I have a thing where my brain will just shut itself off at times. It's not dissociation, it's something else. My eyes will just stop working and my body won't function. It'll just be like a switch off and I just can't do anything. I can still see, I can still hear, and I can still talk, but I can't do anything else, and it's at random times and for no reason, seemingly no reason. So say I'm driving and that happens, dead, basically as a TLDR. And then basically results in either I die or somebody else dies or we both die. So that's why I can't drive, is because that's an issue that I run into. And while I do understand that people are like, oh yeah, you could just go, I've been through 20 years of therapy and I still deal with that. Been through 20 years of therapy and that's still not an issue, or it's still an issue. So it's like, yeah, that's gonna be with me for the rest of my life, unfortunately. I know how to drive. I'm actually somewhat of a decent driver. It's just that I don't. I could not. I'm a decent driver. I know how to do it. I just don't drive. Actually, one thing I did learn how to drive when I was a kid was a speedboat. That was fun. I learned how to race boats when I was younger. It was great. Committed to rage baiting you, then hit with the brakes. Well, yeah, Bliss. We also have a thing here where we have a rule against rage baiting anyways here, Bliss. So, yeah. The reason why I completely went through and I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're getting rid of rage baiting is because Vader, somebody that we've known for 4 years, would just constantly, the way that he communicates is through rage baiting. And to this day, I still cannot trust a word that he says because I see everything he says as just nonstop rage baiting. So anything he says to me, I do not trust. And that's the reason why you don't want to be rage baiting people, is because you will lose their trust. And like, it's just gone completely. It's also a form of abuse. If you haven't figured that one out as well. It's playing with people's emotions for your own entertainment, which is, I don't think I need to explain why that's bad. Remember, if you're not both laughing, you're being a dick. And rage baiting is just being a dick. And it's also something that's used by abusive parents as well to force their own ideals onto their kids and stuff as well. If you haven't noticed that either, yeah, rage baiting is something that parents do a lot. A lot of well, at least more abusive parents do to kids. Where's our stuffs here? Where's our stuffers? Let me just go down into here. What? Get it on a t-shirt? No, we're not gonna get it on a t-shirt. Why would I want to get that on a t-shirt? It just piss people off. Like, straight up. I don't understand why telling people to fuck off when they try to rage bait is, like, pisses people off so much. Because it's like, guys. Huh? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Ooh, actually, this is nice. Wait, what? This exact same thing. Oh, cool. What? Be the troll? No, why would I want to be the troll? You rage bait this. What? I don't understand, Kelshi. What? We telling people to fuck off because they're rage baiting constantly? I don't understand this. How does that result in what? How I'm so confused. Maybe it's because it just ruins their joke or whatever they wanted to do to entertain themselves. I don't know, man. I don't rage bait, so it's one of those things where I don't fully understand it. It's because people have it in their minds that they're good people and being funny, being told off for it fucks with their worldview. Oh, so they're pulling a grandma. Got you. Fair enough. Got you. They're just being old. Got you. So I should respond with okay boomer. Got you. Okay, I got you. That makes more sense. Yeah, no, the whole point of if anybody sees themselves, well, you can still see yourself as a decent person, but also if somebody tries to tell you that they're 100% good and they do no bad, yeah, be fair warned. That's somebody you should be very, very worried about. Because there is no one on this planet that has not fucked up in some way or has not done something horrendous. Like, there is no innocent souls on this planet. Same way we tell people for being racist. They might get me because... Oh, no, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of weird with racism though, because it really does depend on who you're around. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a couple of cousins. Like I have a cousin. Sorry, is it a couple? No, I do have a couple of cousins. Yeah, I do have a couple of cousins that are black. And the shit that I've heard them say would like get them banned on any platform. Like I've heard them say some real like racist shit. But they're also black, so I'm like stuck in the conundrum of like, huh? It's really confusing. But also at the same time, it's one of those things where I'd assume it's more just like a coping mechanism due to just how they're treated by other people, which is fair enough. But it's also one of those things where like I can't repeat what they say because I myself am as white as snow. But there are actually groups of friends groups where they just joke around that way. I've actually run into a couple friends groups that were like of a bunch of different mixed races and stuff. Especially in blue collar, if you've worked any blue collar job, you will know that like you've probably seen just the absolute bullshit that goes on between people in blue collar jobs. Where everybody is more or less having fun with each other rather than just trying to harm each other. So it's like, that's why I say racism is a bit more of a complex one in that sense, because like it really depends on who you're around and who you're talking to directly. And who's in the group, because it really does depend. Like if you get the pass, you're fine, man. But outside of that, it's like, oh god. It's confusing. Against your own, it's one of the major... Well, yeah, I know that, Kelshi, but it's also one of those things where it's a coping mechanism that a lot of races have. Or a lot of people who happen to be a part of visible minorities have, specifically to cope with the situation that's at hand. Like the one that you guys have probably seen that would be considered a little bit more racist on that sense is like the whole like, you'll see it sometimes on social media where you'll see like somebody just mention ICE, not like the actual like group ICE, but they're talking about literal ICE, and then you have a bunch of Mexicans in the background that like perk up or hide or run away. They're a part of those jokes, by the way, but it is still considered a bit of a thing. It's also part of the inside joke. Well, it's not even an inside joke. It's not hard to understand half of the shit that they say. Like, it's not hard to understand it. Or the whole 30% of beeps make up like 100% of them or something. I don't know, fucking the whole fire alarm thing. Jesus Christ, which honestly is not true, I don't think, at least. I've had friends that used to be all like, you got the system, eventually move away from that mindset because it's falling into something pretty harmful. Well, yeah, the whole, that's one of the, that's why I said it's a coping mechanism. Not all coping, well, yeah, I need to make a bit of a clarification here. Coping mechanisms in themselves can be healthy, but it depends on how you use them. Uh, Relatively speaking, the ones that I'm talking about specifically in that sense are not healthy coping mechanisms, because like if somebody says, "Oh, you have the pass," even if they say that to me, I'm not gonna say anything because it's like, no. Because to me specifically, it's more of a matter of I don't want to disrespect you, regardless of what you've said is okay to say. And it's likely that if you said that if you're okay with people saying certain things, it's likely that you've probably just been worn down to the point where you're okay with it, which is a lot of the times where that comes from. And why, like personally speaking, like in my own experience, a lot of people tend to be like, oh, they make a lot of jokes about certain things that you guys will probably see me like fight back on now, or like I will be very deadpan about certain things. I used to be very worn down to the point where like I just didn't care. Like there's a certain point with certain things that people will say to you where you just stop caring, because like there's, it's almost like a. Do you guys know? Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know the saying "learned helplessness" or like "learned helplessness"? It's almost like that, to that degree. Where like no matter what somebody does, whether they succeed or fail at something, they will always be treated the same way in a negative way. So it eventually just becomes a thing of why even try, you know? It happens a lot with kids, especially, and those who are like a part of visible minorities or just minorities in general happen to have the that kind of mindset, primarily because of the fact that that is just how they're treated. Because of just like the environment that they're in, or the people that they have to be, or the people that they have to be around, or otherwise, is just what that is. You oftentimes see that a lot with those who are autistic and those who have like grown up in certain like family environments. With like, you know, the thing where you'll like, you know how like when people start apologizing for bullshit reasons, I will actually tell them it's a bullshit reason to apologize for. The reason why I do that is because I'm more than well aware of where that comes from. Because I grew up in the exact same environment where I had to apologize for just breathing, in some cases. Like, I wasn't allowed to breathe. This is not a joke. I'd be punished for breathing sometimes. Like, it's one of those things where, while I do understand that people do come and, like, grow up in certain environments and stuff, it's one of those things where you do also have to just keep fighting. Because if you stop fighting, that's when things get real bad. Theory perspective, it also comes from the want to be an exception, also wanting to be sigma of those people are bad, but you also, yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's also something that comes with almost, that's not even just a race thing, that just comes with any visible, like any minority. I actually run into that a lot when dealing with people in public as well, personally speaking, because like it is very clear that I am a part of the LGBTQ. I don't hide it, I make it very clear. And I run into this whole thing where people will actually be afraid to talk to me. You can see it in their eyes where they'll be like scared to even say anything to me. And it's like, what are you scared about, my guy? What am I gonna do? I have a hard time lifting 50 pounds. Like, huh? Granted, I do live in a very conservative place. Wait, oh no! I'm sorry. I've got this thing called I'm gay, and if I get within 50 meters of you, I'm sorry, but you'll catch it too. I'm sorry. It's just how it's gonna go. It's like, what the fuck, man? But no, that's my personal experience running with that kind of stuff. It's like I do actually know what it's like to run into that stuff, not to the same degree, but I do run into that. And it's the exact same reason why I don't get hired as often, or why I have such a hard time finding a job, by the way, is because they won't say that. They won't say that the reason why they don't want to hire me is because I'm a part of the LGBTQ, but they'll make it very clear with the way that their face looks, that that's the reason that they don't want to hire me. And that's why, like, if I try to actually look for a job and stuff, it's like, it'll take me 2 years. How I know this is because it took me 2 years to find a job. That's not a joke, by the way. It did actually take me over 1,000. I think it was, yeah, it was over 1,000 applications, or was it 2? Either 1,000 or 2,000 applications, 7 interviews over a year and a half, and I only got 1 job out of it. Over a year and a half. So like, while I do understand that that's like an issue, you do have to keep fighting. It's also why like I'm like unhireable in a lot of places, because if I recognize that somebody is being rude to somebody, or if somebody is being racist or a bigot, I will call them the fuck out for it. And the problem is that a lot of people that are in the upper management and stuff really hate it when you call people out for that shit. Especially if they're above you in seniority or like any kind of like a position, because they're quote unquote above you. They know better. And that is like one of my most hated things in the universe is when somebody says, "Oh, I have more authority than you because I know better than you." Oh no, those are them some fighting words right there, because I will absolutely wreck your shit. You could get hired faster to take a box because now we have a minority in the workforce. No, that's like actually the same thing here. So we have something here in Canada called that's similar to DEI, which is effectively what you'd see is like where they do actually have to hire diversely between different groups of people and different like thingies, like different cultures, groups of people, and different like regions and stuff. Basically, is to go through and do that. The problem is that they get benefits out of it, but they're also gonna like make sure that if they do hire somebody, it is the least possible visible person in that specific thing. Yeah, and it's also fighting within those slots as well, as the other part about it too, is because like what they're gonna do is they're gonna try and find as many people that fit within those slots that don't visibly show it, so that they can avoid having to deal with the whole issue of, oh, our customers know that we have this, or I'm gonna be a racist bigot, so we're gonna make sure that we hire somebody who technically qualifies as black, and yada 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 reasons or whatever. It's like, no. Welcome to employment in North America, guys. Yeah, and what I mean by technically black is they have a family member who is black, and that's why they are considered technically black, or they're slightly darker shade of brown than white, and then they can classify somewhat as quote unquote now they're black, and it's like, no, that's not how that works, homie. Oh my god. Not to say that those who are of a certain color aren't black, but also that's their reasoning behind why they do that. The reason I know this is because my ex-mother used to have the same kind of mentality, by the way. I grew up partially in a very, very racist household. Like, we're talking like they'd fit in the 1800s, basically, kind of racist household. Attention multiple times that I've put in a position where I have to serve a bigoted person or something. Not if they're worth a damn, the boss is. Oh, yeah, no, Bliss, that's not how minimum. I've never had a boss stand behind me for that. Not once. Every single time I've had to deal with bigots and or have to go through and like defend myself in the workplace, I've always had to basically hold them down at gunpoint if I wanted to get them to do anything. Like, we're talking like, even actually, you know what's even funnier about that? No, even that wouldn't be enough in some cases, actually. Like, you have to hold their family hostage before they'll even do anything. It's fucking hilarious. Also, hi, Steve. Sorry, I didn't respond to you before, but hello. Hi, Steve. In the US, the hate is strong, especially in the South. Like, oh, well, yeah, because it's the South. The South is... There's a reason I refuse to go to Texas, guys. Like, I've had a lot of Texans be like, oh yeah, the South is great. Texas is awesome. You won't be dealing with being affected by the fact that you're part of a minority. No, you're not going to be hated because you're gay. It's like, yeah. No. I'm not falling for that shit. Texas and Florida, the two worst places for that shit. I live in the north. Might as well be... No. I know that you live in the north, Bliss, but like, if you do actually have a boss like that, you are very lucky. Like, we're talking like 1 in like maybe 10,000 employers are like that. Because if you do actually have a boss like that, stick with them. Like, genuinely, stick with them. Because they are an actual decent person. Most of the employers that you run into in minimum wage jobs, especially in the minimum wage job industry, you are likely to run into a situation where your bosses will 100% throw you under the bus no matter what, for like any reason whatsoever. Like the main reason why I ended up developing the habit that I do right now, to be able to like basically just hold my bosses at like the degree that I do, and like why I basically fight them on literally everything, is specifically because one of my first jobs that I had, well, actually, you know what, we'll say my fourth job. It'll be the easiest way to explain it, as my fourth job. My fourth job is when I was working as a barista. Basically what they had done is that they hired somebody who was completely incompetent. Due to their management, their management basically resulted in the fact that there was fistfights happening between employees, people were fighting constantly, people were having arguments so much that like it would actually come into the play of like we almost had to call the police a few times. Like that kind of environment that I was working in. And then I basically decided, you know, fuck this. I stepped up and decided to go through and take over completely. So I basically told, like, I basically fully took over the entire workplace without the boss's permission. And what happened is that eventually what ended up happening is the boss had to listen to me because every single person working on shift at the time and the people that were actually working with me would just straight up ignore the boss and just ask me questions instead. The problem is that if you actually work in a position or like inside of a place that you work in where your boss is just horrendous and they're terrible and you step up to take their place, it's very likely that the people that are above you won't be able to do shit to you. Like they'll try to fire you, they won't be able to. And then what happened is that when I finally did actually quit that place, not only I quit, this was not planned by the way, but when I quit, everybody else quit too. The entire place had to go through and rehire their entire staff within like a day or two. They also had to go through and rebuild the entire the entire interior as well, because the machines and all the stuff that were there were like breaking down to a point where like it was just, I unironically was so fast, I was using every machine in the store faster than the machines could function, because of just how old the machines were and how much they were breaking and stuff. So by the time I quit, all the machines basically had broken down and like weren't working anymore, and basically everything had to be redone from scratch. And that's where I learned my lesson of yeah, no, by the way, for those who don't know, my boss gave me a 7-cent raise after a year and a half of me doing that. I stepped up in a year and a half after of me stepping up and taking over and like basically taking over as the boss of the place and organizing and stopping fights and like taking care of like the entire like social situation of like all of it, taking care of customer complaints, the entire thing. 7 cents raise. This was in 2022. Do you know what that is? Like, do you know what a 7-cent raise in 2022 is effectively? For those who don't know, it's a pay cut. Due to the way that inflation works, I didn't even, they actually cut my pay. They didn't raise my pay, which is fucking hilarious. Yeah. What's up a Monopoly? OCR. Pretty much, yeah. And then yeah, so it's one of those things where like I would highly recommend, if you guys are in positions where you happen to be working in North America, this is the kind of stuff that you have to deal with if you work in minimum wage. And actually I wasn't even working in the worst place. That was considered an okay place to work. Do you know how nuts that is? That was considered an okay place to work? Like, oh, by the way, for the record, you want to know how rare getting a compliment as a customer service worker is here in North America? I got a compliment from a customer at one point, and my boss tried to throw me a party. A singular compliment, and they tried to throw me a party. Do you know how nuts that is? Like, just as like a general idea of how insane working customer service is for that to be the case? That only happened once in the 3 years that I was working there. Or was it 2.5 years? It's one of the two. But yeah. No, I told them to fuck off. Basically is what happened. If they want to go through and give me a, if they want to do anything, come on, give me a raise. I don't give a fuck. Fucking parties, just give me the cash. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. I'd rather just give me a fucking party. Like, give me the cash, man. It's so much better. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Just give me the cash. Oh, yeah, don't get me started on complaints. No, don't. Yeah, don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. We tried, they tried firing me on multiple occasions, by the way. The problem is that they couldn't because my coworkers were stepping in and telling them to fuck off. That was the only job that I've ever worked at that I fucking loved working with pretty much everybody that I was working at or working with, because they were absolutely fucking amazing. I transferred and took a $2 pay cut to transfer, raise euros 50 cents. It is be 4 more years before I get the actual raise. That's fucking insane. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, if somebody gets mad at you because you asked them about if they had bought a $300 TV or not, they probably stole that shit. Ow. Why, Ozzy? What the fuck, man? Like, that's like psychology 101. If somebody gets mad at you for that, they probably tried to steal it. That's what that is. Or they were succeeding and you stopped them midway. But I don't think I need to explain that. Because I'm like 90% sure that you guys understand this. Because welcome to bullshit, basically is what I'm getting at. Oh, my jeebus fuck. Oh my god. But yeah, that's one of those ones where like, it's also kind of the same thing if you try to go and get like a actual like, that's the kind of about the same stuff that you'd end up having to deal with in school, by the way. Like school is like one of those things where like I do think school is important, but like, I don't know, man. There's a song called "The Customer Is Always Wrong." It's perfect for that. Customer is always right in matters of taste, just except that they forget about the matters in taste. In matters of taste constantly for some god-awful reason. Ah, whatever. That's how it goes. It's why a lot of the times whenever you guys see me doing like customer service or dealing with people in general, it's like why I'm so stern and like why I will like, I don't exactly mince my words anymore because like, I used to do that when I worked in customer service just to fuck with people because I thought it'd be funny. Because it was fun to do, and let's be honest here, if you work in customer service and you don't fuck with customers, you're not doing it right. But on a different note, I used to do that with customers and stuff until one day there's a guy who tried to there's a guy who tried to ask me out when I was when they were coming through the drive-through, and that was an interesting experience. It's like, what the fuck, guys? How do you go through and you think asking the person at the drive-through out is a good idea? Oh yeah, it's because I know that they don't work customer service, but yeah, you can tell who works customer service, by the way, or who has worked customer service. Like genuinely speaking, it is a very stark difference between those who have and those who have not. Like you can tell very quickly. Rick, as I've explained before, if you're not being paid for an internship, that's not an internship. That's slave labor. And considering the fact that you're black, I thought that would be even worse for you. Jesus Christ, man. You're literally working as a fucking slave. That's it. You're working as a fucking modern slave and you're black. My guy. Think about it. This is why I'm so fucking upset about it. Because you're... I'd be fired day 2. Yeah, there's a reason I don't survive in customer service either. I have zero respect for people that don't respect me first. If somebody wants, like, I give people like a minute, like I have a bare minimum level of respect, which you guys see here on stream and stuff. But when it comes down to stuff, people can knock that respect out real fast. It's a very, very quick level. You can just like gone instantly. Because I have like a point system, and if somebody 3 strikes, they're out basically. That's how I go. Unless they do one very specific thing, in which case they're out instantly. Hey, Dylan. What? Rick, I swear to God, at this point, I might just go out of my way to try and see if I can build this community enough that I can actually hire you specifically so that you don't have to be working slave labor anymore. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm really fucking tempted to get to a point and just, like, speed run my way to a point where we can actually, like, build a community that's able to support both myself and hiring somebody so you don't have to fucking work as a slave anymore. Jesus Christ, man. It is not okay. That's abuse, my guy. And I will fucking live on that. Like, I will die on that hill. But income service for over 20. Yeah. No, there's customer service is one of those things where there's so many different places that you can work in customer service, and a lot of people don't realize how diverse customer service is. Never a fun time, though. Never once have I actually had a fun time working customer service. It is, basically. Considering the fact, Rick, that you said that you were okay with me paying you $50 a month to be my editor, and I fought you on that to stop you from letting me do that, or to stop you from forcing me to do that, I'm gonna say this real quick, but my guy, it is not okay. Because immediately, first of all, your first thought should have been, okay, what's minimum wage and how much should I be paid for that? Not, hey, I'm okay with you paying me 50 bucks a month for tens of hours of work a month for 50 bucks. No, I'm not gonna let you work for more than like under a buck an hour. No, that's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, no, I'm like very introverted bliss. It's like as much as like I do talk here on stream and like I yap constantly and I will be very extroverted on stream. Outside of stream I'm very much an introvert and I've been told by a lot of people that I've talked to that I'm very antisocial is what they would call me. Granted I have been conditioned antisocial, but yes. I'm just gonna honor like I'm just gonna own it at this point and just say I'm antisocial because it's easier to explain it as me being antisocial than just, oh yeah, I just don't want to deal with that ever again. That's about the easiest way for me to explain it. Customer service, it's like hard if you are so damn stupid. Well, yeah, so here's the thing, is that it's funny though, because Gen Z is usually not where the issue is. Like Gen Z usually isn't the problem. It's where when you start dealing with like Gen X and boomers where you start having an issue. Sometimes you'll run into like the odd millennial that isn't actually decent to run into, but like it is, relatively speaking, really annoying as shit. Oh yeah, no, Bliss, I just say antisocial because, or at least that's what people describe me as, is because like when people try to get close to me or try to date me, I will push them away and I will fight them on it. And so to them, they just say, oh, you're just being antisocial. It's like, no, you're 13 years older than me and I'd like not to date somebody that's 13 years older than me. Please and thank you. Who are actively acting in a way that disrupts society. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, there's somebody, there's a guy a while back that tried to date me, or yeah, there's a guy that a while back that tried to date me. This is actually the reason why I don't involve myself with the War Thunder community, by the way, guys. There's a guy that was about 13 or 14 years older than me, so he was about my dad's age. And he tried to date me. Now, here's the thing. He was also a Texan and a War Thunder CC. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole concept of or what happened behind the scenes with them, but yes, that's the reason I don't touch War Thunder anymore. It's because there's some shit that happened there that was not ideal, to say the least. Also think not exactly social, but I seem closer like a psychopath instead. No, psychopaths are a lot harder to diagnose, and psychopathic tendencies code are like a whole thing of like, you can still be very much a functional person while still being a psychopath, by the way. Like, that is one of those things where being a functional person while being a psychopath is perfectly fine. Sociopath, not psycho. No, you can do it for both. It's psychopath and sociopath just has to do with the way that your brain works. And I have met both who have been functioning people, by the way. And actually do better in social situations than I do. So like... Oh, well, yeah, it works either way though. Sociopath, same thing though. It works either way. Like the whole thing about being a psychopath or a sociopath isn't inherently a bad thing. It's just that it's how those people that have those conditions decide to go and treat others is what becomes the issue. I think psychopaths, I think, are actually very, yeah. Really aggressive pragmatism. Yeah, that's effectively what it is, yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you really want to get into it, every single social interaction that you're part of is manipulative. Like if you're, you know that complimenting somebody is manipulating them into being happy, right? If you really want to get into it, like any kind of social interaction that you're part of is in some way manipulative. It's just that, it's just not, most of them are not negatively manipulative, if that makes any sense, in that sense. Well, no, that's just straight up what it is. Code. That's not just one person's, that's just everybody. That's how, do people not know that? Do people not understand that that's straight up how humans interact? Oh, yeah, I mean, to be fair. Wait, in that sense, am I a psychopath? Because my literal thought process on dating is that, like, to me, it's useless. I don't see a point in dating because, like, for me specifically, I don't go anywhere. I don't have the money to go anywhere. It would get in the way of me doing what I do here on stream, and it wouldn't serve me anything. So it's like, okay, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me, personally speaking. The only real fucking The actual diagnosis. Yeah, no, I'm just joking here. The only real thing that sucks about not dating somebody is you can't fucking fall asleep next to anybody. Like, if you're single, you just can't fall asleep next to somebody. That's it. Which is actually relatively comfy, by the way, if you guys don't know. But yes, that's about the only downside of not dating. You can, but I'm not gonna do that with somebody I'm not dating, or it's my dad. One of the two. It's just weird to society. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's only like, I would only want to sleep next to my dad or my little brothers or my partner, basically, is how it goes. And even that's like exclusively when we're camping, because like, you know, we're camping. I swear, man, it's one of these things where it's like, I don't understand, man. Granted, I have this thing where like I actively go against most social norms, so maybe that's just me being me, I guess. I don't know. Hold up, I gotta see what you said for the held message. Eventually agree with my statement. Social interaction is manipulative to some degree. Take that like 30-minute debate to see a point. What? Huh? Oh, it's because a lot of people think that the whole point of being manipulative is that it has to be negative. It's like, no, you very much can be manipulative, but also be helpful in a way. It's just that I try to avoid being manipulative personally, because like I don't like mincing my words, and I don't like playing mind games, because I spent my entire life playing mind games. I don't like it. And that's why I don't do manipulation at all, because it's just not my personal forte, nor do I like it. Yeah, but like that's why it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, just compliment somebody, but bam, you're now making them happy. Oh no, you've manipulated them into being happy. The moral implication. Sorry guys. What? 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 Did the stream die again? I swear to fuck. Did the short stream die again? Oh, yeah, no, we didn't do that when I was a kid. Yeah, we didn't do that when I was a kid. Yeah, no, stream's fine. Okay, I guess it's just their Wi-Fi. So, just as like a quick little thing here, yeah, compliments were not a thing that I got when I was a kid, specifically. And my family doesn't really do compliments per se. My dad does them now because he's actually started getting a lot better and he's going to therapy and whatnot. But like, yeah, no. So for me specifically, the whole like giving compliments and or like doing that kind of stuff specifically is kind of weird to me, because like you'll never see me do it, because to me specifically, I was never in an environment where that was actually something that we did, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it past that, but yeah, no, it was never something that we actually did, because it was never something that we were interested in doing. Control play upon by artful, unfair, or insidious means, especially to one's own advantage. Yeah, but like in that case, me actively giving you stuff in Warframe, so that like, you know, the whole my philosophy on Warframe where I'll help you guys, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, basically, where like I help you guys get your stuff so we can have better parties and stuff. In that sense, is that considered a manipulation, because I'm actively going out of my way to make sure that I do actually have a better experience playing the game by helping you guys have a better experience in the game? Which, like, when I like that's why it's like an ambiguous thing of like, that's why I don't see manipulation itself is primarily meant to be a negative thing, but also that's for the whole thing of like where every interaction that you have is to a degree manipulative if you're going to be doing stuff like that specifically. Yeah. Oh no, you can definitely be Pavloved. Yeah, no, Kelsey's got a point. You can definitely Pavlov yourself into certain things, or as like what we call them, placebo. You can placebo yourself into certain things. Oh yeah. No, I never had a coach that I liked in sports. Well, it's just a self-applied placebo, Kalshi. Just think about it this way. Think about it this way. Pavloving yourself is just a self-applied placebo over time, basically. That's effectively what it is. It's just that you're continuously doing something. It's why a lot of the time when you're going through and Pavloving, Pavlov's shenanigans. That's also why like the whole concept of like. That's why I said it's a placebo over time, if that makes any sense. Because conditioning is just a bunch of tricks that you do over time to condition somebody into doing something, or conditioning yourself into certain things. So that's why I'm saying it's a placebo over time, rather than just a single placebo, if that makes any sense. Even our laws now are basically we still into not doing bad. thinks you also don't do bad things to us. Yeah, social conditioning and placebos. It's one of those things where it's like, it really depends on what you're talking about, but that's why I'm saying like the distinction there is like a bit weird. Or like a group of psychology or psychology groups can oftentimes safe because everyone keeps an eye on everyone. What? Or like a groups. You know, I've never been in one of those. Out of the 20 years I've been in therapy, I've never once been in one of those group therapy sessions. And like, I understand that they're helpful and stuff. It's just that I've never seen them, nor have I ever been a part of them. And it's always been one of those ones where it's like, interesting. I'd imagine it's like something that like is more as like, oh, these people have also gone through what you have as well, and they're also trying to get better. So you can see that they're also getting better as well. Oh yeah, no, not sure. Also, Kelshi, it's not that I'm asocial or antisocial, it's just that I've completely gotten to the point where I don't care about having a social group online anymore. That's not my personal forte anymore. I've tried, every time I try to, it fails and something bad goes wrong or something, so I've stopped attempting it. That's effectively what it is. It's not that I'm antisocial or that I'm asocial, it's just that I literally could not give a shit anymore, since every time I try to make a group, it goes bad. Shh, don't tell her. What are you talking about? Are you talking about streams and stuff? No, I'm talking about a personal group outside of streams. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't group therapy often find somebody's empathy? Maybe? I'm not sure. That's actually a good point, like a good question. I have no idea, actually. I genuinely don't know how it works. Ayo, hey Stitz. Yellow. Also, as it stands, guys, I've been told by my therapist that I'm doing everything that I can and that I'm not actually a terrible person and I haven't been fucking with people or like making people have a bad time. The problem is that like when it's a repeated thing where every time I join a group of people and I try to have friends and then shit goes down and shit goes bad every single fucking time, there's a pattern there, and every single time I try it, it happens. So like, I know I'm a part of the issue, but my therapist says I'm not a part of the issue, and I don't know what the issue there is. So like, that's why I'm just more of like one of those ones where it's like, I don't care anymore. If we got our stuffers, it would be fantastic, but I'd like to understand this shit. Stuff like AA works more than on peer pressure IMO. AA? Alcohol addiction, I'm assuming is what you tried, or what you're saying? Because if you mean alcohol addiction or fucking making sure that they're all sober and stuff, I understand that that's like a thing that people do, but also at the same time, you can also just annoy the shit out of somebody, by the way. That's what I did. Back when I used to work blue collar, there's a bunch of guys that would drink every night, and we're talking like heavily drinking. They would come into work like hungover and stuff constantly, and so what I would do is I would actively just annoy the shit out of them, being like, hey, you know that that's not good for you, right? You should like not do this, and I'd like go through and talk to them about it, and like we would have conversations for hours about it, and like it just took me a while, but we did actually, like I finally got them to quit. And then they eventually started to try and actually quit. They tried to quit smoking as well, but that didn't actually work out though, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a sad day, but it's just how it goes. I never actually got to see if they quit smoking because I was fired before then. I hope they did though, because that'd be nice. Because my god, smoking and like combining alcohol and cigarettes together never goes well for you. Ever. Okay. But yes. Welcome to life here. Therapist is right. Social group running into issues typically involves a whole group. Very rarely is it just one person, and assuming you are very specifically behind it, it would be unfair to yourself. See, here's the thing. I'd like to believe that. But even if I'm only ever talking to one person and it's only one friend that I'm talking to at the time, even that fucks it up every single fucking time. So like, I'd like to believe you on that, but even if there is no friends group involved and it's just me and one other person talking, it still fucks up like every single fucking time. So like, I'm just assuming that I'm the issue here. And it's also why I don't involve myself in the VTuber community at all, because like I know that considering my history of constantly causing, or at least being a part of drama all the time and being dragged into it all the time, just avoiding that by just not involving myself with it is usually the best idea. And that's why, like, when you guys see, like, I don't do raids, I don't involve people in, like, terms of, like, the VTuber community, I don't do collabs, I don't do shoutouts, like, I don't do any of that stuff, is because it's me actively avoiding causing trouble. Because I know that to a degree I am causing trouble, but I don't know entirely how. Really? Because, like, I've tried asking people what I do wrong, and they just never give me an answer. Or if I try to, like, step up and set a boundary, shit goes wrong every single time. So it's like, okay, fuck it. We're not peoples, so we're just not doing peoples anymore. That's how it goes. It's also the reason why I don't do dating, is because I don't have relatively a friend group, if you guys talk about it. Because, like, as much as, like, you guys, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you must have a lot of connections, you must like know a lot of people. No, I talk to my dad and I don't text people. That's it. Outside of streaming, I don't really talk to people outside of, like, texting in the Discord, and that's it. Like, I'm not joking when I say that my Discord is like this for a reason. But yeah. What, you know a guy? Yeah, I know a guy. Just shh, ignore the fact that it's my dad. Yeah. But there's also the other side of things, guys, where in the VTuber community, especially in the VTuber community, if you guys don't know the behind the scenes stuff, if you're somebody who is extremely strong-willed and you're willing to actually voice your own opinion and fight people and shit, people get really insecure about that. Like, for an incredibly long time, when I first started getting into the VTuber community and stuff, people that were also VTubers would often tell me that they were afraid of me. I only recently figured out that the reason that they are afraid of me is just because I'm actually extremely strong-willed and will follow my own convictions, and will not bend to what other people try to tell me to do. Even if there's, like, an entire group of people trying to tell me that. And so it's one of those things where if you don't bend to them, they're not going to be happy about it. And if you have your own opinions and are willing to fight for those opinions, it's like you are a threat to them. Having more doesn't mean having correct. Yeah, exactly. But welcome to the VTuber community, where if you have more people a part of your side, the more correct you are, in quotations, correct. Group therapy is well matched, though in my case, group therapy experience went like this. Me, a therapist, and the girl who was undergoing treatment in psychiatry facility, who, in my opinion, was under the influence of extremely heavy. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it really depends on what you're doing, cry. Pros also due to the fact that a lot of people don't necessarily try to maintain friendships beyond a surface level. They want the benefits of having friends, except one which is being held accountable and ideally growing as a person. Yeah. Like, I will hold myself accountable, but that also means that I hold the people around me accountable, which a lot of people don't like. And I have a feeling that's part of the reason why I don't get along with people online, is because I do hold people accountable for their actions, and I will actively call them out on shit. I know I'm supposed to do that. That's why I do it. I do it with my dad. He does it with me. I do it with my family. I will hold my family accountable for the shit that they say. Like, I will call them out on bullshit. And the thing about it is that a lot of people just do not like it at all. Like, well, yeah, that's also just because, Kelshi, there's friendships where you can also go meet them and stuff, and you go hang out with them and stuff, but outside of that, it's not like it's required for you to go through and do. But that's also why I ask you guys to keep me and hold me accountable for the shit that I do and the shit that I say, is because a lot of the people, this is also a reason why, like, I don't really do friend groups anymore, is because a lot of the time, Kelshi's actually seen this personally, where a lot of the times when people try to get close to me, people will just turn into yes men. Like, I don't understand why this happens, but, like, people will talk to me, hold me accountable for the first 2 weeks, and then after that, they'll just say yes to everything. Or just... You know what I mean by yes men, right? Where they just, like, they don't call you out on shit. They don't, like, try to stop you on doing things. They don't hold you accountable. And, like, they don't fight you on shit. And I don't want that. Like, yeah, Kelshi here, the reason why I respect Kelshi so much is because he will actually fight me on shit. Like, he will actually tell me when I'm being a fucking dumbass. There's a reason I respect him to the degree that I do, as much as I do gripe on you sometimes, Kelshi, and I am sorry about that, but I will... I will fuck with you sometimes and or gripe on you a little bit for doing that. But, like, it is... yeah, that's why I don't, like... It's why when I see somebody doing that, I will test them. So a lot of the times I understand that like people don't like, this is like my own thing that I do, and I do not recommend doing this, but when I recognize that somebody's turning into a yes man, I will test them personally. I will go out of my way to say stuff that I know that people around me would hold me accountable, but they won't likely hold me accountable, and if they don't, that's when I know that they're just being a yes man. And so like I will push those boundaries and or push that a little bit to see if they're gonna do that, and if they just keep doing it, that's it. GG's. I end the friendship right there. Because I have no intention of being around people who just only want to tell me what I want to hear, not what I want to or what I need to hear, and there's a very big difference there. Because a lot of the people that I used to be around would only tell me what I want to hear, not what I need to hear, regardless if it would hurt me or not. And that's one of those things where like, I'd rather you tell me the truth and it hurt me than tell me a lie and then hurt me later. Because that right there is a matter of trust building. And that where like, that shit is like, if you don't do that in a friendship, are you actually their friend or are you just there for other reasons? And that's where I start to get into the point of like, nah, it's just not worth it anymore. Yeah, I know, exactly. If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Like, come on. Do it. I want you to. Like, that's like my philosophy on it, is that I'd rather you guys go through and absolutely fucking tell me the truth about everything. Because that is better than me having to go through and actively like try to pick pieces together and play mind games to get the truth out of you. Just don't know you well enough yet. No, you're good. But this is like me being the tism here. This is me explaining my boundaries when it comes to people and stuff, is because like this is how I am with people. Is that if you actively just tell me things to appease me, I'm not going to be happy with you. Like I know for a fact that that's what my family does, by the way, is that they will just tell me shit to appease me. And it's like, no. You fuckers! The amount of discourse I got coming from or left because I confronted some bad action, bad opinion, or toxic positivity. This one specifically grinds my gears, is now double jizzes. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I fucking hate toxic positivity. Like, being positive about stuff, yes, that's awesome. Like, do it. Always be positive about things. That's awesome. But when it becomes toxic, that's where it gets dangerous. And that's where things start to become in a bit of a problem of, like, why I hate it so much. And you'll see that a lot in social media, and it's like, guys, no. But also, yes, Steve, can you send it over? Sorry, I saw your text and I got really sidetracked by what I was saying. Can you send over the Ivara build, please? Or the Geyer build? Or wait, hold on, what is it? Hold on, where are you? Where are you? Where'd you go, Steve? I know you're here somewhere. Steve, where'd you go? Where's your text? Steve. Yes, the Mirage Profiteer build. Can you send it over? Or just send it over real quick? Because that'd be wicked. Yeah, sweet, thank you. Really do appreciate it, homie. I love it. I love my shenanigans. The Ascaris is borrowing into your mind? What the fuck? The fuck is an Ascaris? But yeah, this goes into the whole thing of like, I'd rather you guys hold me accountable than not. But it's also why I don't have like private friends groups and stuff, because like it comes into the whole play of like, I'd rather not have to deal with that, like the trouble that comes with that. Because it always is trouble for me, at least. The thing of stuck on you. Oh, that thing. I haven't seen that thing in years. Like, it's been literal, like, fuck. It's almost been close to a decade, man, since I've seen that. Of course I'd forget about it. Like that thing of war stuck on you at the beginning. Yeah, that's a long time ago, my guys. Nourish. Yeah, I'm gonna go and attach Nourish to my Verona real quick, because I want to see how high I can get the strength on this thing. Come with digest all manner of... Okay, so bile. We need more bile. Had one situation, friendly service for... thought it was a good idea to bring that. What? No, that's actually... No, you shouldn't be doing that at the workplace, homie. That's not... What? That's one of those... No, don't do that at the workplace, homie. Don't fucking... Oh my god, man. Yeah, don't do that. No, I'm using it for my Ocucore. I know it's better for Verona, but I don't build Verona for Verona, by the way. I build her for other shit, unrelated to Verona's specialties. Yeah, that's attachment issues, yeah. Yeah. I'm very well aware if that's what that is. Oh my god. Everything there is encouraging and protecting that person while... Well, yeah, the thing is that it's because oftentimes those who are a part of the trans community oftentimes have to deal with constant negativity and or people trying to attack them on like almost every front. So like I fully understand why that's the case and why they would want to go through and like be positive with them and stuff and like actually be welcoming. But there's a point where it actually becomes harmful to them rather than being there's a point where it's more harmful to them than it is helpful, and that's one of those ones where it's just like don't do that, guys. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Please don't do that. Okay. Yeah, just ignore what I do with Verona, by the way, guys. Like straight up, just ignore it. What you're about to see me do will anger a lot of people, so if you'd like to not have your mind explode while looking at this, just ignore it, please. Augur strength, yes. Wait, what the fuck? What was the other one that I had there? What, transient fortitude? Oh, it was transient fortitude. Oh, nice. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you because we want nourish range. I don't think range matters here. Yeah, range doesn't matter here. So we want, yeah, we want that. We want that. Okay. Let's just guessing what you've been doing. I'm building it for my Ocucore. So basically what I'm doing is I'm maxing out nourish and then using it for my Ocucore. That's all it is. It's fine to do, but you should definitely work on not needing to. It's relatively harmless coping mechanism, but it's still coping. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where the longer you go through and cope, the more, like, if you don't face what you've gone through directly, it will just haunt you to like the ends of like no end. Like there's no way for you to get out of that without you having something go bad to a degree. And that's why like I will always tell people to go to therapy and face it rather than hide from it, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and if it goes the other direction, you become the problem. Yeah, exactly. What, 20 kilo? Isn't 20 kilograms more than you should be? Not that bad though. That's like 44 pounds more. Yeah, that's not too bad at all, actually. Like, relatively speaking, you can be relatively healthy even with that. So that's fine, isn't it? Like, instead of being... You know that, like, people that are my height, that are, like, bodybuilders and, like, do calisthenics and stuff are usually around 200 pounds, right? Like, that's, like, 5'6"-ish. Is, like, usually if you have muscle mass that actually weighs more than fat and whatnot. It's like, I do understand, like, people being like, oh, yeah, you weigh 200 pounds and you're this height and whatever. Yada yada reasons, but, like... Okay, but, like, hear me out real quick. Just think of it like you're bulking. Pushes you from overweight to obese BMI wise. Oh, BMI is a bullshit meter, by the way. They've already gone through and explained that BMI is bullshit. Like, straight up. It's not a good thing to do. Yeah, it's also racist, yeah. Yeah, BMI is a bullshit thing. By the way, if you really want to think about it in a good way, think of it like you're bulking. Before you go do like a workout and stuff. BMI is not the imperial system, by the way. It's a thing that medical doctors do. Doctors do to be able to deny you certain care because they want to be, because of pre-existing conditions or because of your weight and stuff like that. Wait, do you mean by 6'4" or do you mean... No, that's just bulking, man. Code. Like... Yeah, no, that's just bulking. Do you have any idea? Yeah, you're fine. Like, realistically speaking, if you really want to, you could use that as a way to go, like, give yourself, like, a thing of, like, okay, now you're bulking, you're set, you're ready to go. Now, when you go work out, you'll have the calories to burn when you're working out to build muscle. Because you know that when people bulk, they gain, like, an extra, like, 60 to 70 pounds, sometimes more than that, right? On top of what they already have. Like, people bulk with a lot of weight. And if you're looking for, like, getting a bit stronger or you want to, like, actually have more defined muscles and stuff, you just need to make sure that you eat it a lot. You have, like, you're overweight by a bit, which at this point you are by a little bit, but not by much, actually, by that matter. And so you can just go and just... Yeah, honestly, at that point, that's actually almost a really good spot to start for working out, actually. Like, a really good spot for it. More or less about fat than anything else. About having less fat. Yeah, exactly. But also, it's one of those things where as you work out, your body weight won't really change much, because your muscle mass will actually go through. Oh, that's not bad. Code, that's not bad at all. What are people doing making fun of you for being like slightly bit more? Wait, what? Oh yeah, Kelshi. Yeah, I know that it's detrimental, but like at that point for them specifically, it would not be detrimental. It would be more healthy than anything else. Because like generally speaking, if you're building muscle and you do actually do consistent workouts and stuff, you'll be around 240 pounds if you're over 6 foot, sometimes more. Looking lean happens in the kitchen. This is true. But yeah, you could just use that as a thing of like, oh, just say you're bulking and well, bam. People can't really argue with that because like for one, if you do plan on going and doing workouts and stuff, that's awesome actually. It's fantastic. I do plan on getting into doing calisthenics again. It's just that I've been waiting for my medication to be on the right dosage for me to be able to get into doing like workouts and stuff. Because if I'm not on the right dosage, it can really fuck with it if I do workouts and stuff. So I'm just waiting until I'm on the right dosage. But outside of that, no, you could very much do some really cool stuff with that. Let's just shove all the carbs. Well, yeah, it's also because carbs are actually really important when you're doing workouts and stuff. But no, you're not anywhere near bad, Code, like at all. Like that's nowhere near bad. In fact, that's like, isn't that more like dad bod kind of thing? Yeah, it's more like a dad bod kind of thing. I get really sugar addicted because of the stress though. Yeah. Well, that's more of like a comes to like half a year. That's actually nuts. No, that's actually huge progress, my guy. No, like losing over 30 pounds in a year is nuts. Like genuinely speaking. No, that's actually crazy, dude. No, I'm eating sugar like crazy and probably around the old weight. Well, that's fine. That's okay. I mean, you can also just go through and work out. You know what's really funny is that a lot of people tend to go out of their way and say like, oh yeah, sugar's bad for you. Going through and saying like, oh no, sugar's bad for you, don't eat this and that. No, you know that just consistently working out makes you just fine, right? You are aware of that, right? Like you can eat just about anything if you consistently work out. The only reason why people tend to go through and say like, oh, a lot of sugar is bad, or you can't eat grease, or like you can't have all this stuff, is for those who are like actually trying to do Olympic level bodybuilding. Outside of that, if you're just trying to consistently maintain your body mass at a certain point, doing a small workout every day or every 3 days is more than okay. And what I mean by small workout is I mean like 3 sets of like 5 push-ups and like that kind of workout. It's not even like that hard to actually maintain your body mass, being like a lower body mass and stuff like that. Like it's not, relatively speaking, as hard as you might think it is to maintain your body mass at a lower thing while also enjoying the foods that you do enjoy. Like, yeah, if it's a medical issue, then you want to talk to your doc and stuff. But at that point, if you know what pinpoints it, and specifically if you know that it's not a medical issue and it's more so in the sense of like, do more, like it's more in the sense of like exercise, less your diet, yeah, you're fine. You're more than okay. Of everyone around you, I can do my best trying to eat be somewhat healthy to do excellent. My depression loves me too. Yeah, no, I got you. Should I lose weight by some of my family? But, well, yeah. No, you want to know what's crazy, Code? Is that like I'm on the exact opposite spectrum, by the way. You should tell them to shut the fuck up, by the way. If they're trying to tell you to lose weight, you should tell them to fuck off, because you already know that you should. But also, you're not overly overweight though. Like, if that's not bad, relatively speaking. That just means that you have, like, you're gaining enough calories to be able to be at that point, which honestly is kind of a bit of a flex in this economy specifically. Ow, is a bit of a flex. But yeah, no, I'm on the exact opposite end, Code, where I'm actually underweight. The funny thing that I found out this morning though is that I actually have a 6-pack. It's not very noticeable, but I actually do have one. Like, I don't eat a lot and I don't do many workouts, but I went to go and like get up this morning and I realized, oh crap, I have a 6-pack. And it's like, no, that's actually not a good thing. Having a visible 6-pack is a really, really bad thing, by the way. Like specifically, you don't want to have a consistently visible 6-pack because it means that you're actually getting less calories than you need. So I'm actually on the exact opposite end of where I'm actually too lean and I need to be eating more, which is kind of funny, but also not great either. Because there is you need to be in that exact, you need to be in like that exact middle zone and stuff. Noticeable amount of fat over. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a 6-pack is literally just your muscle with fat over it, effectively is what it is. It's a TLDR. Got my dog exactly, which is very stationary. But I saw, yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But I don't mind taking the guy if I do or something. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's awesome actually. If you want to go through and like do like walks like that, that's perfect. Work for 4 hours with girls and just man, actually, a really good way to do that though is if you want to go for like hikes and stuff. That's awesome. And you don't even, so Bliss, here's the thing, you don't even need to go to a gym. You 100% can do just workouts at home and stuff. Voluntary thing flips it from being voluntary to, well, yeah. That's, Kelshi, you are aware that's like a, you know that okay. You know that's the trauma response, right, Kelshi? Just making sure that you're aware that that is a trauma response, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure that you understand that that's what that is. No, you're good, Bliss. I mean, to be fair, the gym is more of a social thing than anything else. Personally, I don't like going to gyms because I'm not that, like, I'm not interested in the whole social situation at gyms and stuff. So I'm gonna do workouts at home. But like when it comes down to all that kind of stuff, it's like, yeah, you should, 100%. If you want to like do workouts and stuff, do it. Ow, Rick! My guy, that hurt just a little bit. My guy. Home being SMS, which is fine, but I enjoy lifting heavy things and put them down. Better, I don't want to start doing something voluntarily, it turns into a chore, and that includes playing video games. Oh yeah, no. Code, I was the same way. You actually have to rewire your brain by doing it. So when you go through and take, oh fuck, I just grabbed the wrong, hold on. Can I fix this? Can I grab this? So actually a really funny thing that I have, specifically speaking when it comes to my days, is actually, as you guys know, I do stream almost every single day, right? But I actually built my streams into being my daily routine where it actually forces me to do something. And that's usually how I start my day, is I just start my day with streaming. So finding something that you can do that like you can enjoy while you can start your day while enjoying it and stuff is always a really good way to do like start your day. So it gets you to get up, start something, and then you feel good about finishing that thing. Even if it's a small thing, it doesn't have to be like this huge task or anything that's massive. It can be like a small thing that you can do, just something positive that you can do every single day. And that's why it really fucks with me if I can't stream. It's less of a matter of that. Yeah, it's more of like being able to consistently do something that I enjoy doing, which allows me to consistently make sure that like I at least start the day on a positive note, which is a really good way to continue making sure that you can enjoy everything that you do. Crap! Steve, did you put it in the Discord? I feel like you put it in the Discord. No, you did not put it in the Discord. Steve! I get the start, but then when it turns into, okay, now things are just like collect dust. Yeah. Well, that's where you have to hold yourself accountable for that kind of stuff, though. Is where it becomes more of like it becomes a thing of like where you also have to hold yourself accountable. Like, I do understand that like there's this issue of like where you can just be like, okay, cool. But it does actually help your mental health. Not yet? Oh, you're sorting it out. Okay. I just want to make sure that I didn't accidentally miss your message with it because I just noticed that if it did go through, it got deleted by Discord because Discord likes deleting things at times. But yeah, it's one of those things where you start small, you don't have to do everything at once, and you can begin to start working on getting things to work a little bit more over time as you do things, and eventually it'll lead to you being able to do pretty much anything you want during the day, which is awesome. But yeah, that's one of the psychology tricks that they teach you in therapy, is to like start working on like small things that you can manage to pull off and then work from there. Because once you can succeed at one thing, you know that you can succeed at something else, and then it becomes more of like a thing of like, okay, cool, how can I continue this? Rather than how could I not do this or avoid doing this? Varies a lot because it's just a bunch of crap on top of one another, like AG oh yeah. We recently talked about service stuff on Discord. Yeah. I mean, actually, funny enough, the chronically tired thing was actually, for me specifically, it was actually it was a medication thing. Like, I was down by half of what my medical dose, which should have been, instead of being like at the proper dosage and stuff, and which was causing me to be like, basically, my body was made of lead, basically. And it still technically is still very much made of lead, but I have a much easier time moving around and stuff now. But like, it's one of those things where if you are chronically tired all the time, talk to your doctor. They might be able to help you out there and stuff as well. And then there's also the thing of like getting out and walking a bit or doing small exercises here and there, or like take a break and do like a couple push-ups or something will oftentimes help with that as well. is what I do sometimes, not on stream though, because I don't want to walk away and just like be gone during stream, because for me specifically, like, it's not my kind of forte to walk away from stream unless I absolutely have to. But you know, that's just a personal thing. But like off the stream I will do it sometimes where I just will do push-ups and stuff retroactively as like a kind of like break of sorts between what I'm doing. And it helps with energy and stuff too. Only excessive exercise done recently was barely that. It was just, well, no. See, here, Bliss, the thing about that is that you work. Like, you actually go work physically in a location and you stand up for your customer service job. That's exercise. Like, exercise outside of the job, sure, but like, no, you do actually get quite a bit of exercise from working in customer service. And don't let anybody tell you that's not exercise, because I swear to fuck, man. So if one more person tries to tell me that work isn't considered exercise, I'm gonna fucking crash out again. For like the 8th time. Maybe the bajillionth time at this point, because like, yeah. I feel like strong suspicion as contribute. Wait, and I know for sure depression does, but it probably won't, probably the moment I talk to the doctor about it, they'll just kind of tell me to eat better. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on, hold on, Code, you are in Europe, right? Because if you need to, you should be able to go through and actually request to be able to have a different doctor than actually the one that you currently have currently, which should actually help you quite a bit, because if your doctor is actually discounting what you say and ignoring what you are saying and stuff, you should actually go through and, if you can, talk to them about switching your doctor. You can do the same thing with your therapist if you have a therapist as well. Suing isn't always the option though. It's yes, sure, it can solve some issues, but it doesn't always solve the issue. Like, don't sue them, Rick. Don't do that. Because I'm 27, old and I'm too young to really be needing. Yeah, I'm 24 and I'm on 9 meds a day. So, huh? Doesn't matter. I've been on 7 meds a day for effectively what it's been 8 years now. Your age does not matter how much medication you should be taking. If they're telling you that you are taking too many meds for your age, yeah, homie, you're gonna need a new doctor, because that isn't a doctor. That's just a fucking dude that wants to go through and feel like he's more powerful than you are, I guess. Just power tripping, my guy. Ayo, hey Brayden. But yeah, no, highly recommend if you can, just go talk to maybe switching out your doctor with somebody else. If you can. I don't know how it works in Europe, but I'm pretty sure you can, considering that you guys are in a actually better medical situation than we are here in Canada. Also, if anybody ever tells you that you don't need the meds that you're taking because yada yada reasons, like my aunt tried to convince me, or she tried to talk to me about how like antidepressants make you psychotic and they make you not feel emotion and they try to make you like yada 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 bullshit reasons, and I'm like, ma'am, you also tell me that overpopulation is an issue and that we should have mass genocide to fix this. So like, I'm like inclined not to believe a word that you say, ma'am. Sorry. Also, my antidepressants are part of what's keeping me alive currently. So, yeah. Sorry, ma'am. That's not how this worked for you. Sorry, homie. It's just, so, yeah, because, there was something to fix, improve, change. Well, yeah, that's life, though, is that there's always something that you can do to help make sure that your life is better. Not necessarily that you need to go through and make your life, like, ultimately the best thing ever. But there are things that you can do to make your life easier. And that's more what the goal is with a lot of this stuff, is that you should go through... Thank you, Steve! You should also go, like, the goal about, like, all this stuff is less about fixing things and more about making life easier. And that's a lot of the times what the, like, a lot of the times what that comes down to is, like, for me specifically, I could live without my meds. Not for very long, but I could do it. It just makes my life easy enough to where I can enjoy life to the point that I do, in which there are still a lot of things that I still need to improve and work on to be able to make sure that I can still enjoy life better than I already do. And so I do understand that, like, the whole thing of like having the mindset of like you need to fix things, but it's not really, it's less of a matter of fixing, because it's not fixing the issue, because you can't actually make it go away. That's not, there is no way to make issues just poof, gone. There are ways to make it easier though. It's much like, that's the same thing with trauma, by the way. You can never make the trauma that you've gone through or the traumatic events that you've lived through actually go away. It's just making it's just about making it so you can live with what you've gone through. That's more of what it is. Also, another interesting thing is to tell somebody who did not experience the problems that I have, that I have depression and did suffer from actual darkness for the past 3, so I made basically barely functional, and I always feel like people think What? No. No. See, here's the thing about that is that when it comes to mental health specifically, specifically speaking, everybody's experience is completely different. Like, I can't explain any of the stuff that I deal with specifically with my mental health because that's not, I'd rather not do that with you guys. But it's one of those things where, your own personal experience with mental health and like what you go through is very much your own experience. Like you can equate certain things to be similar to what other people have gone through. No, you're fine, Code. It's similar stuff that like other people have gone through and stuff with in terms of like similar, but it's never the same. Like for example, you know, like what I mentioned before with like how I have like I have a thing where like I used to have a thing where if I was in a certain situation or certain people would say certain things, my body would automatically move, kind of like straight muscle memory that was like built into my nerves. That's something that like people do experience, but it's different for everybody. It's not the same. It's very, very, very much one of those things where your experience in life changes, and it's one of those things where it's less about fixing it and more about just making it easier. Where's our stuffs? And that should be the focus, honestly, when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because if you try to, a lot of the times when a lot of people tend to go like, through and be like, oh, you should fix this issue, it oftentimes ends up resulting in making the issue worse, especially when it comes to mental and physical health, because there's no way for you to fix that instantly. Like you can't just go out of your way and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix this in a day. You can't do that. You can go through a lot of the times that this kind of stuff takes years. For me specifically, I've been going through stuff that's taken me 2 decades to heal from, and even then I still haven't fully healed from it. So like for everybody it's a different amount of time, and while I do understand that some people would be like, oh yeah, it should only take you like yada yada amount of time, no. Unfortunately that's not the case. It's also another interesting one, I guess in my own experience here, is a lot of people find it weird when I say that I can't have sugar, coffee, and or what was the last one? I can't remember what the last one was. What is caffeine, sugar, and alcohol, because it'll like fuck with my medication and it fucks with me specifically, because I have like an allergic, I'm partially allergic to those things due to not allergic allergic's not the right word for it, but it's the easiest way to explain it. So I'm just gonna say I'm allergic, but I'm not allergic. It's just the easiest way to explain it. But when it comes down to it, like it really messes with people because they're like, wait, how are you allergic to those 3 things? And it's like, it's not that I am, but it's also that it's a partial thing and I can't necessarily make it go away. I'll be losing it in private. Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's enough dosage. Bad enough reaction, enough dosage. No, it's not even that. It's any bit of it. So if I touch it even slightly, so specifically with alcohol, even if I touch it slightly, it'll affect me. Same thing with if I go through and touch sugar. I have to be very careful with how much sugar I ingest. I do ingest sugar, by the way, on a daily basis because I have to. It's what your brain runs on, so you do actually need to ingest some level of sugar. That's why I put sugar into my drinks, and that's why like I'll drink water with a bit of sugar in it, or like sugar powder in it and stuff, is so that I do actually get sugar so my brain does function. But outside of that, I won't be like having candy, or I won't be like eating like jujubes or anything like that because it's not something I can do. But like a lot of the times, a lot of people will be like, oh, that's not possible, there's no way that's true, or they'll hit me with the you're not visibly autistic enough, so you're not actually autistic. It's like yes, disabilities are only visible, guys, sorry. Yeah, sorry guys, that's how it goes. Apparently that's my grandma's by the way, my grandma said that. My grandma was the one that said that. Mind you, she is the most autistic person I know. Like, genuinely speaking, by the way, her entire house has to be spotless. Your beds have to be made every single day. Her kitchen has her kitchen is down to her kitchen. Every drawer has an exact spot for every single item in her kitchen, where it has to be in that exact spot. Otherwise, she gets mad. Or the same thing with both of her fridges have to be exactly the same, exactly how she organizes it. Otherwise, it's not exactly. No, she's like full on autistic. It's just that she's from a generation that she believes where autism was not a thing, basically, that people knew about. Yeah, no. She's it's because of her she grew up in a monastery, so she grew up in a monastery with a lot of nuns. So she's also very religious, is another thing about that. So she has like a lot of stuff that came out of her growing up in a monastery, Christian monastery, by the way. I think it was Catholic or was it Protestant? I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the two. It was Christian though. But yeah, it's one of those ones where like, it's like, I understand where she's coming from with the whole concept of like, oh yeah, autism, you're not autistic enough. It's not a thing. And it's like, no, ma'am, that's not how that works. Since I was in a relationship and then my partner was coming over. Well, yeah, because have you guys seen my bed? I don't need to make that shit. There's like 15 blankets on it. I don't give a fuck. Am I gonna go make a bed that has 15 blankets on it every single morning? No. I make it once, my blankets fall off my bed. That is the only time I make my bed. Because like, I don't see the point. Like outside of that, there's no real reason to make my bed unless my blankets fall off my bed, you know? Or I've done my laundry. Yeah, like e.g. When I was in intensive argument with someone, other people will probably see I'm upset and navigating situation in a pretty deliberate way, but everyone who knows me really well actually perfectly aware inside. I feel like yeah, well no, that's unfortunately that's the difference between being neurodivergent. That's the difference between being neurodivergent and neurotypical, is that oftentimes if you are neurodivergent, things get a little weird for you. I know this personally because I am very neurodivergent myself. Okay, so thank you, Steve. Thank you, appreciate it. And so when it comes down to it, neurotypicals, I do not get along with neurotypicals, like at all. Like, genuinely speaking, I can't do it. Because a lot, or specifically not neurotypical specifically, I'm talking about like the general, like the average, like, you know, like the white girl persona where they're like super like pretentious. Those people. I can't get along with those people at all. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't deal with it, man. Like, I don't have, like, I'm white myself and I can't even deal with them. I can't even imagine not being white and handling them. Like, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. Sweet, thank you, Sweet. I really do appreciate it because that is actually going to be really nice, so I can actually do Profit Taker with you and actually help you out too. Because it would be nice to not just sit back and not help you, because, or it'd be nice to be able to go through and actually help you during Profit Taker runs, because that is fantastic to be able to actually do and whatnot. Because like if I can't go through and help you, I feel weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel weird. I feel wrong. The problem is that you can't call them out on it. The reason why is because you just can't. Not to say all neurotypicals are bad, by the way. It's just that I have a thing where it's like, I don't really see the point in going through and actually like conversing with somebody who will be set in their ways and not be willing to actually listen to you. Because a lot of the times the kind of people I'm talking about, for those who don't know, are the kind of people who will listen to you, or like will pretend to listen to you and then just give a response based on what they were saying before. That's what I mean. They're the kind of people I mean. Like that's what I mean by like stereotypical white girls, because I've run into so many white girls that are like that, and it's like, no, don't, just listen, man. Actually have a conversation, please. It's not, no. Kanno, I say it so they're no. What I mean is you can't say it to them because they won't listen to you anyways, right? They have this belief where anything that you say to them will just like not be the right decision and or not the right information. Yeah, they just won't listen to you. It's in one ear out the other. It's not that you can't say it to them. It's just that they literally won't function. It doesn't break. It doesn't compute to them. Actually, well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the whole concept of being emotionally intelligent is kind of weird. So I know that this is gonna be like a bit of a weird one here, but most, if not, like if you don't already have like a medical condition that makes you that you can't be like socially intelligent and stuff, that's where it becomes a bit of a thing. Like pretty much everybody is. It's just that the whole concept of being marked as certain levels of emotionally intelligent, at least my own personal theory on that, is just a way for people to go through and actively dismiss other people's feelings. That's what I'm basically assuming. That's my current headcanon on that, because everybody is emotionally intelligent. Like everybody can feel emotions, unless you have a medical condition that stops you from it. But like, or some kind of condition that stops you from it. But like, the reason why I say that though is because like, emotions are a very complex thing, and we don't really know what they are. Really, we know that they're a thing. We just don't know what they are outside of that. we're still trying to figure that one out ourselves. And that's why it's like one of those things where somebody's like, oh yeah, you're just not emotionally intelligent enough. It's like, no. No, 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 no. They are. It's just that they either choose to ignore their emotions, which honestly, that's a really hard thing to do, or two, they just don't know what they're feeling, which is also that as well, which means that they just need to go to therapy, which is also why I say therapy is so important. Feels like what I described. It's not like the belongs here, somewhere else. Oh no, OCD comes in a lot of different forms on me. Like I do have the, so specifically speaking, I have the I don't know how to explain it past I need things to be perfectly symmetrical, and I mean that by perfectly symmetrical. So like I don't know how, like I don't know what it's called, and I'm not sure if it's actually OCD or not, but this is what the people online would call it, as OCD. You guys know, for example, for this, like, I understand what you mean by that, though, because, like, it's like, I am on that part of things where I need things to be symmetrical, because it drives me up a fucking wall when things aren't symmetrical. So, you guys know Subnautica too, right? I had like an inkling of a feeling. I had my sixth sense tinkling, and it took me 3 hours to figure out that every single item that you can build with in Subnautica 2 is 1 pixel off. 1. You know the doors? You're gonna hate me for this, by the way. You know the doors that you can have, like where you can walk to get in and out of your base that you can use? Put a crate next to it, that like a wall crate next to it. Put the wall crate next to it on the right side and one on the left side. You'll never get it symmetrical, because it's quite literally impossible. I tried. It took me 3 hours, and I was attempting it for 3 hours, and I couldn't do it. It just didn't let me do it. Also, with that being said, that also means that when you go through and have the crates go along the wall all the way to the ends, it also isn't perfectly symmetrical on the ends of the walls either. It's great. It's beautiful. I fucking hate it, man. It is... But yeah, that's the only thing that I have that, like, I need symmetry. That's about it. Yeah, I know it does. Don't remind me, man. Don't, Kelshi. Like, this is one of those ones where just do not do it. You don't want to be playing this game, man. What I mean is that you will think I do not care when you're hurt or pain. Oh no, you're good, Rick. That's a trauma response. That right there, as I'd like to introduce you to, is a trauma response. How I know that is because I have it, and that's what my therapist was mentioning to me, is that is exactly how I am as well. Is that I also have the same thing. To what I was going through when I was diagnosed. Oh no, you're good. You're good, Code. It's one of those ones where if you can, like, yeah, just keep with your therapy, man. Keep up with your therapy. Do not give up on the therapy. Also, small workouts. Those are also pretty good too. Because your body and mind's health do directly correlate in like every possible way. So as long as your body is feeling okay, your mind will also feel okay. Well, relatively. We're not going to talk about sigils, Kelshi. We're not going to talk about sigils. We're not doing this. There's a reason. There's the reason that I do not touch sigils. My guy, we're not going to talk about them, okay? Do not do this. Okay. Go sleep, Rick. We'll talk to you later, okay? Go get your sleeps. Sickers friend, Mirage friend. Oh, you can give me your Ogre's build. Ooh, nice. Oh, that's wicked. Thank you, man. Okay, perfect. I was just looking at your build, Biggs. No, we're not. No, Kelshi, we're not talking. We're not talking about the sigils, man. We're not doing this. Not again. I swear to God. I will not be reminded about the sigils. We're not doing this again. I will actually crash out. Let's not do this. There will be no surviving the crash out this time, guys. If I do actually crash out, it's GG's. I'm sorry, guys. For everybody involved, we're not doing this. Not today, at least. Also, keep in mind here, everything that I've said is me repeating what my therapist has told me, specifically speaking. Don't actually take what I say at face value. Do your own research, and if you want to, I would highly encourage going and talking to a therapist, because I'm not a professional, nor do I have any education in this matter. I need to make this disclaimer because a lot of people will be like, oh, you're a therapist. No, I'm not a therapist. I'm just somebody who is extremely broken and has had to pick up the pieces more than a few times. and has been around the block more than a few times as well. So I just know approximately what a lot of things are like. So I'd rather you guys go talk to a therapist. Because I am myself not in a position where I can actually diagnose nor help most people, if that makes any sense. I'm here as a professional yapper, not as a therapist. Or a psychiatrist for that matter. Octavia Prime Music. Okay. Guys, can you not do this, please? I actually do have a thing where it'll stress me the fuck out if things aren't actually, like, symmetrical. Okay? Don't do this, man. I had to make peace with the fact that my setup, I had to make peace with the fact that my setup is non-symmetrical because of the fact... Because of the fact that I had to go through and I had to keep it non-vertical because otherwise OBS wouldn't work properly. That's why. So don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Ensign, grind is so annoying. What, the ensign? Are you talking about the fucking ensign? Oh, isn't that the new cosmetic that came out? Yeah, isn't that the new cosmetic that came out at some point? I think, maybe, potentially. I could be mistaken though. Weird metal from, oh, yeah, don't worry about that. You're stuck on Vor. D16 challenges to unlock different forms. Oh god, I'm not going to be doing that. I swear to god, that will not be something I touch, ever. I don't have the patience for it. Oh my god, these use Natane extract too? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, so I feel like my entire grind is gonna be nothing but Natane extract from now on. Like actually just nothing but Natane extract. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be going through here. Nightwave Terror. Just buy it? What do you mean just buy it? No, I'm not gonna just buy it, homie. I'm gonna go like build it out. You know this, man. I'm gonna go build it. I don't care anymore. It gives me something to do. Also, what the fuck am I gonna do with 135 fucking forma? Like, what am I gonna do with like 100 and wait, can you get Natane extract from ghoul bounties? Actually? Because if you can, I'm gonna go grind the shit out of that, like immediately. If the ghoul bounties are here and they are not here. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I can't buy like 15 Natane extract, single. See, we're not gonna, no. We're not getting into this right now, Code. I'm gonna be Royalty Chief. I have my limits to what I can handle when it comes to non-symmetrical stuff, but like if you really want to know, I'm like Death the Kid from fucking Soul Eater. To a degree. I have to like come to peace with a lot of the things where I can't get it like working properly, but like yeah, I do actually need to go through and actually be like Death the Kid a bit. He's pretty close to what I'm like. He's pretty close. It's the reason why my character is also symmetrical. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but my model is also near perfectly symmetrical. Hey, Kami! Took Natane extract off the invasions. Oh, did they? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, yeah, no. See, Kelshi, it's less of a me not being okay with balance. It's more of a I need the symmetry. It's like a comfort thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like the thing is that say like okay, how do I explain this? How do I explain? Okay, actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go use some stuff and just build some stuff really quick. Hey, Kami, what does that mean? Kami, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, Kami. I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm gonna need a bit more explanation there. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna need a little bit more. I can't. Here, we're gonna use floofs for this. I'm gonna explain this, okay? Using floofs. Oh, I don't know who he is. I don't listen to... If I listen to music, it's likely gonna be like a random playlist of anime music. Oh, I'm not too fond of rap. Yeah, my, So, it's not that I'm not too fond of rap. It's that I have a lot of experience dealing with like crime, drugs, alcohol, you name it. I've probably seen or been somewhat thrown into being forced into involvement with it. So like, I really don't like rap for that reason because a lot of it happens to be involving those topics, and I really don't like it because I don't do well with that. Because of that, mind you, I'm no longer involved in that stuff, but it was something that I was involved with a lot as a kid. Also, as a counterpoint, this is what I meant by symmetrical. So, hold on. I'm okay with it as long as there's two, okay? This is fine. This right here is okay, but it bugs me a little bit because this one's off a little bit from this one, but we're not getting into that right now. But then, hear me out real quick. Hear me out real quick. There's also the magical. You can do this, and I'm fine with it. This, I'm okay with. Okay? But it's very important that if you're going to do this, you also need to go through and do this. Hold on, where's the thing where I've got two thingies here? Yeah. It's also very important that if you're going to do that, you also go through and do this. You have one there, and then you have one like right there. Okay, that's bullshit. Am I gonna move everything again? You get what I mean though, where it's like you've got to have each side be symmetrical, but you can have an asymmetrical center. That I'm okay with. Disable surface mapping? Oh, we can. Yes, thank you. There you go. This I'm okay with. This is okay. I need this. Yeah, this is okay. This is also okay. But this is not okay. Because this drives me up a fucking wall. Also, I need things to be color-coded. I don't know how to explain it, but if it's not color-coded, it will drive me up a wall. There's a reason why everything in this army, by the way, is color-coded. I don't know if you guys noticed when I was organizing this, but all of this is color-coded. And then I've also got these ones that are all color-coded too, based on height. So they're all colors based on height on each side. I've got this all organized based on type as well. So like I need that to be like that. This was just a mess that I decided, you know, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Because I'm not going to see it anyways when I go through and like refine here, but like, you know what I mean. Yeah, that explains it. Yeah. So like when it comes down to things, I need things to be color coded and stuff, because if it's not, and it's not like, that's why also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but that's also why I moved the ball that's in here. So I moved this ball. Where's the ball go? This ball. I moved this ball out of the ball pit because it was the only it was the only ball that was out of the ball pit that wasn't symmetrical. See? It was the only one that wasn't the right color. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but this is also symmetrical. It's just that I didn't have multiples of those pixies, so I had to be like fine okay with that. But then I went through and made this symmetrical. I had to make peace with the fact that that wasn't going to be symmetrical, but whatever. Felt a bit off when you move the middle one way after the right. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You see what I mean though? Like there's a law and order to things. If it's not like that, it just doesn't make any sense. But then there's also one thing where it's okay. There's one thing where I'm okay with it. And it's when you do stuff like this. So when I'm going through and like I have all my tablets and stuff, I have them all like construed all over the place like this right here. You'll see them just like all over the ground and stuff, and you'll see them like hanging out like that. I'm fine if it's if it's artistic symmetry, like where it kind of looks like it's a part of a story. That I'm fine with. That's why like a lot of games don't really bug me, is because I'm fine with if it looks like this, because it's like a kind of like a bit of a part of the story. But like the problem why I tend to decorate in a natural way. Yeah, but also if I can go through and do this kind of stuff, it's great. My dad was the one that got me out, Kami. He was the one who got me out of it, and was also the reason why he fought the 22 long year custody battle, is because he was actually fighting to get me out of that. Ow, crap. That's one of the reasons why, like, if you guys ever end up beating him, or if he ever comes on stream, yeah. That's the reason he fought that long for it. No, I honestly didn't. Actually answered precisely my previous question. What? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, I've got weird ways of responding to thingies. I'll just... The fuck? Huh? Huh. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Where's our steps here? Sorry, I got sidetracked by the fact that my carabiner's bent, and I don't like it anymore. Hold on, I want to get this out of here. Carabiner, I need you out of here. Hold up. The unfortunate part about that is that my dad took all the good parenting from my ex-mother, apparently. Because my ex-mother was a terrible parent. Jesus Christ. Because she was the one who was involved in that shit. Or she was the one involving me in all that. Where's the stuff? There we go. What? Code. If there's one game that I have the most experience in, it's Minecraft. And I mean that literally. I have spent, no joke, close to like as many hours as Kelshi has spent in Warframe playing Minecraft, probably. Yeah, probably. It's about the easiest way for me to explain that, is probably that. Oh yeah, no, well, it's more so in the sense of, yeah, I'm not gonna get into the details of that. I was explaining why I don't like the genre of rap, Kelshi. And then they went on a whole, they're talking about how you can't help somebody who doesn't want to get out of it. I'm fully well aware of that, by the way. But there's like, yeah, we're not gonna get into the details of that. Who doesn't like a good Minecraft 2-week session? Oh yeah, no, Minecraft 2-week sessions are fantastic. I fucking love Minecraft, man. It's fine, it's okay. But yeah, that's the so oh crap, I can't even talk about the details because this shit is actually really cool. My history, by the way, my actual lore that I have is some of the coolest fucking lore I could possibly talk about. The problem is that I can't talk about it because if I talk about it, it doxes me. Like, I can't, it's like, god damn it. Like, I do actually have some pretty cool lore. Like, at one point I was a model for a little bit for magazines, or for a magazine. Like, I have actually done professional modeling in the past. That I was a model for like a magazine for a while. Like, I mean like that kind of lore. But the problem is that I can't tell you guys anything about the lore that I have outside of like bits and pieces of stuff. But like, yeah, no, it's just pain. A bunch of lore. It pretty much caught me, actually. Not a joke. Yeah, pretty much. My lore is the kind of lore that if you've gone through the same stuff I have, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you'll never understand it. If that makes any sense. That's the easiest way I can put it. And that's why I don't really talk about it, really, because it's like one of those things where if you haven't been in it or involved in it, you'd never be able to understand it. Your death lore is the best kind of lore? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Cry's got it. I'm here by a miracle, effectively. There are many series of events where I should not have survived, but I did, so... Meow. It's fine, though. It's okay. You know what? Okay, one thing I am kind of curious about is why the fuck do we have extractors? Well, I mean, yeah, that's just mental health in general. Mental health is one of those things where if you do struggle with it, you are going to struggle with it. And generally speaking, if you can go through... Wait, subs are 35% off right now? What the fuck? Sorry, I got really sidetracked here for a second. The thingy popped up and said, oh, you can start a hype train. Subs are 35% off. What the fuck are they... What? Oh my god, guys. Guys. There's a short. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Sorry, I got really fucking sidetracked. Give me like 2 seconds here to show you guys this real quick. Sorry. But yeah, mental health is one of those things where if you do struggle with it, yeah, you are gonna have like a... sorry, as a creator, we have our own dashboard and we get hit with like as a creator, we have a different dashboard than what you guys see. So this is what I see. And so I got really fucking sidetracked by the fact that there's this. I got really sidetracked by the Georgie March. Sorry, that was on me. They're so cute though. Oh Jesus Christ, I love Georgie. I can spend like 5 minutes breaking cards and get more of the thing. Yeah, that's why I said, like, is there actually a use to them, or is it just like one of those ones where it doesn't really matter? Georgie! I fucking love Georgie, by the way. Georgie is best. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. Okay. Hydron? Why would you want to run Hydron, though? Why would you want to run Hydron, out of all things? Because, like, there's no real reason to run Hydron, is there? It's Georgie! Here, hold on, let me go find Georgie for you. Hold up. Jax. Or is it? Where's fucking Georgie? We're gonna go find him. Hold up. I gotta go find Georgie real quick. Let me go find— This is Georgie. This right here is Georgie. Look at the size of this fucker. Look at this fucker. Look at how big this dude is. Look at him. Georgie.
Like this. So we literally interject.
Look at him. He's so fucking huge. Look, he's huge. He's giant. Sorry, this is what I got sidetracked by. Yeah. No, he's not even fully grown, by the way. He's not even like fully ready or anything like that, or fully grown. He's just giant toad. The frog. Big frog. But yes, this is yeah, ESO is much faster. If you have the right builds for it, ESO is much faster. No, he's the frog. He's not a toad. Georgie is not a—
His back. You know what that feels like.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you can imagine what that feels like.
Just the look. Look at that look. It's Georgie. Yeah, if you want to join in me, just level your stuff for you. It's fine. I don't mind. Just join my party real quick and I'll level your weapon in one room. It'll take us literally 1.5 minutes. Okay? The one thing I need you to do though is I need you to promise not to kill anything. Wait, do you not know who Jacksepticeye is? Bro. Hold up. Do you not know who Jack is? By the way, if you want to know who looks like my dad, by the way, Jack looks almost identical to my dad. Like, it's not even a joke. My dad and him look really close to each other. He's basically one of the creators. Oh, you don't watch his content. I don't really watch his content anymore, but I used to watch him when I was a kid. Because he's actually been making content since when I was a kid. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, reading, totally, reading that on his face. What? Yeah, he's like one of the major reasons why YouTube actually blew up the way that it did. Him and Markiplier are two of the, him and Markiplier are like two of the most like grounded YouTubers that are of their size, currently that I know of, like genuinely speaking. But yeah, Jacksepticeye, he's also like really into doing conservation and other stuff like that as well. And he's more than willing to go through and help with conservation efforts and stuff. This is actually the stream where he went through and donated 100,000 to the Alveus Sanctuary, which was actually pretty cool, but yes. This is Jacksepticeye. He is huge. He is a massive creator who also happens to know everybody, so it's cool. It's amazing. But yes, this is Jack. But no, the reason why he's doing that is because he's explaining the fact that, you know how you can look at something and you know how that thing is going to feel before you touch it? That's what he's explaining. It's like how you can look at a piece of wood and you know how that wood feels before you touch it, or like how you look at the back of the, at the frog's back, and you know how you can feel the ridges and stuff, and that you'll know that you'll be able to feel those ridges. That's what he's talking about. He's not actually literally talking about the frog's butt, by the way. He's talking about just touching the froggo. Yeah, that's what he's talking about, yeah. Well, you can do the same thing with touch, but yeah, it's primarily just like you can know what it's going to taste like, or like or not taste like, but you can know what it's going to feel like in your mouth. So yes, he was talking about mostly just in the sense of like, I could put my mouth on this froggo and I know what it would feel like to put my mouth on this froggo. That's what that is. PewDiePie went into YouTube before it was driving people insane. Yeah, no, they've been around for a while. They've been around doing their shit for a long time. Okay, so Kami, I need you to do one very simple thing for me, okay? I need you not to kill a single enemy, okay? Because if you kill a single enemy, it's GG's. What?
I know, but like when I put him down, he kind of like crumpled a little bit. I was like, "Whoa, weird! You're so talented."
Someone, who was it that said he looked like a pickled water balloon?
A pickled water balloon. Yeah, this is Georgie. But yes. No, not a thing. Don't do a thing. Kami, when I say do not do a thing, do not buff, do not kill, do not do anything. The reason why is because you will see exactly how fast you level your stuff. No buffs. Not a single thing. Well, no. This is more of a testament to show Kami just how fast to level without having to do anything. Kami, this is more just like... I mean, okay, so here's my thing on drinking. You can drink and not be an alcoholic, that's fine. But I'm not going to drink personally because one, I can't, and two, I just morally speaking, I don't want to because I've never had a good experience with alcohol. Not once. Like not a single good experience with alcohol. So no. I do not personally enjoy being around alcohol, and if you are going to drink, I will not be around you. I will walk away and let you finish drinking, and then I'll come back. Or just talk to you another day. Remember, puking the normal clown on YouTube, saying him out. What? You know, Kami, I mean this literally. Do not do anything. Just, Kami, I don't know why this is so hard to understand. Literally do nothing. This is, I need you to not do anything. That is it. No buffing, no killing. You can walk around, but that's it. Nothing else. Because I just want to show you how fast this build levels you without you doing anything. Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying that I want you to see just how fast this levels you is because I'm going to get 1,000 kills in the single room. In the first room. Yeah, about 1,000 in the first room. About. So yes, just keep in mind that, yeah, you're gonna level pretty quick. Meow. If I did pick the right build, this entirely depends if I pick the right build or not, so we'll have to see. Meow. Also, you might want to stand next to me though for this, because this will get out of hand very quickly. No, 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 no. All right, how close are you to maxing that out, by the way? Because it should happen pretty quick. It should happen like pretty much immediately. 19 already? Nice. This is why I said not to go through and buff me at all. Because like it's not needed. Because well, you see how fast this is happening, right? What level is your weapon, by the way? What level is your weapon? It should be the first room, I think. It should go off in the first room. If it's not, it'll be the second room. Guarantee it. My kill count? It's currently 500. This is what I meant by the Cyto 9 build not being worth it, is because I can get 500 kills in how short of a time? Saren Sobek is interesting to say the least. This is a community effort, by the way. I didn't do this myself, so this was entirely a community effort between a bunch of different peeps. Yeah, we're now at 587. The problem is that the enemies are actually not dense enough right now for this actually to be able to work properly, and it kind of sucks because I'd like it if the enemies actually started grouping up again, because it entirely depends on how they spawn and where they spawn. If they don't spawn in the right spots, it's not going to go well, which is the unfortunate part about this. Maxed? Alright, cool. Yeah, I told you. 24 seconds to spare. Straight up 24 seconds to spare. There we go. Sight, Saren, and Orexia all use the Sobek about equally well. Okay, no, see the thing is that I wish I could believe that, but I can one-tap level cap with this build. And I mean that literally, I can actually one-tap level cap with this build. Does it better? No question. No, it is actually, Saren can do this like considerably better. Now, Cyto 9 can shoot through walls and stuff, sure. But no, you can't. Yeah, but Saren doesn't, there's nothing you can do. The other two lack a full depth loop, yeah, or dip loop. So the reason why I say this though, Bubba, is because my Saren is able to clear an entire map, like entirely on her own. Like, it's nuts. Actually, if the enemies were in perfect alignment, I could shoot once and everything on the map would die. And while I do understand that that isn't necessarily a thing that would be hard to do, that would be every single left click. And it just works. It's fantastic. Also, Saren does it better because you can also have an even larger nuke using your first ability as well. Yeah. Jesus Christ. There you go. Okay, there you go. Did you need to level anything else? Come here. Did you need to level anything else, or is that just it? Because if that's it, then you're fine. All three of them can one-tap level cap with all the multipliers. Yeah, but it's more of just a matter of like how consistently can you do it. The other part about this too is that if you go through and take a look at this build, by the way, what I can do here is that's maxing you out in a single room without a booster. I don't need a booster to max you out in a single room. Build timers and Series Prime and okay, gotcha. Just let me know and I can help you level your stuff when you have them be built and stuff as well, because that is where that comes from. Yeah, boosters make it consistent, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of nutty because like it gets out of hand, like it gets out of hand very quickly. Oh, hey Merc. Hello. Citus, for example, does with electric damage, but subsuming shock using the augment. Garcia is just like, oh yeah. But also counterpoint. Hear me out real quick. I can like double dip and triple dip onto damage. It's great. Also, what I mean by that though is it's real funny. Hold on. Let me show you about the most here. Hold on. This is my measure for what I use for being able to be like, okay, cool, this is a decent build. Oh, not even subsume roar. Use nourish. Nourish lets you triple dip and quadruple dip. Actually, theoretically speaking, there is no limit on how many times you can dip on it, but we're not gonna get into that right now. Because the explosions themselves are a single dip every single explosion, so once you go through and have even more enemies that are exploding around the enemy, you can just keep dipping the more enemies you kill. This is my method for measuring how good a build is, by the way, is this right here. It's just I let it be, and there you go. Bap! Bap. All steel path at level 210. Examai ancient healers are insanely difficult to kill. Like, they are special. No, it's less of the matter of being able to... So here's the reason why I'm mentioning the amount of times you can dip is because it does actually matter a little bit, because you have more chances of actually killing the enemies. Because it does actually help really well if you can actually continue to dip your stuff even further. Yeah, if you want to join, feel free. But yeah, the dipping itself actually matters in terms of just being able to actually have more chances to kill the enemies. And sometimes it can actually end up fucking you up if you can't do it. Yeah, and all three of them has enough to dip. No. Saren makes it so it's a guaranteed. That's what it is. That's why Kelshi and I are saying that Saren is, ultimately speaking, just generally speaking, better, is because she guarantees that. The other two don't. That's more of what Kelshi and I are trying to get up to, or get at here. That's where that comes into. Also, hey Farah. Hello, how you doing? What you been up to? Also, thank you so much for the raid. How you guys doing? What you guys been up to? What kind of chaos you guys been causing? What kind of Stoofs you been doing? Tekrot, baby, Babbo, Eximus? What? Certain has bigger numbers. Actually, needing the bigger number isn't technically a thing. Yeah, the bigger number. Well, it's only because you only need to get up to 25 million. If you get past 25 million, you're doing more damage than you need. Like, the bigger number in itself is less of a matter of than anything else than it is the actual consistency of the damage, and that's why I'm saying Saren's pretty good. 10 weapon on Warframe, then switch to Soul Frame. Oh, sweet, nice, good to hear, good to hear. Really, really good to hear. What is this buff that you speak of, by the way? What's this buff that you speak of? On Gauze? What's your speed? I don't know what this buff is that you speak of. What are you trying to give me here? Is it like a damage thing, or what is it? Oh! Yeah, it didn't change much. My damage is already high enough that, like, giving me more damage won't actually do anything else. Yeah, no, it didn't really change anything. Oh, you added Blast. Oh, nice. Blast actually doesn't work on this. We tried it. So Blast is actually a really funny situation in this build where it actually doesn't help in this instance at all. Because Blast actually takes time to actually go through and activate. Unfortunately, these things die too quick. Also, hi Kelsey, what you got? What you grabbing? Oh, the Halvu. Okay, I see. Hello. Hello. Have at her. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna do something stupid. Oh man, that TTK is atrocious. Like, I knew it was gonna be bad, but that's like actually really bad. Jesus. There you go. That is actually atrocious. Holy shit. What is that? Who is that? I don't know what Warframe that is. I can't recognize it. You've got two. Oh, you've got. Wait, is that fucking? Is that who I think it? Oh, that's the thingy. That's fucking. Yeah, Colorvo. There you go. Thank you. That's Colorvo. Colorvo. Yeah. I just like it because I can nuke a map. That's why. My Saren is literally yeah, my Saren is literally just built specifically for leveling now at this point because she's the best leveler that I could possibly show you guys. I can level you guys so fast that it literally does not matter. Instant TTK. No, see, here's the other part about this though, is that like the instant TTK is really cool and all, but also that's like good for against like okay, so it's really funny though, because the instant TTK actually gets really funny when you start looking at acolytes, because this build also instantly kills acolytes and stuff too. It's great. I fucking love the fact that we can destroy all of our acolytes and stuff as well. It's great. Oh, because you have no stacks. Yeah, but having to go through and build your acolytes or your stacks is the whole thing. No, what I mean by it being an instant kill on acolytes is the fact that I don't even have to be in the same room as them. They just die. That AoE does enough damage where it goes through and kills the acolytes in like the entire goddamn like universe. Like it just, the AoE, as long as I kill an enemy nearby them, they die. And as long as there's enough enemies for you to kill in the nearby vicinity, they all die as well. That's just how it goes. Hold on, where's our shelves? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're chilling. Actually, I'm gonna switch this off from being this to being this. So what we're gonna go do is we're gonna go do this. Switch you off from that. So you're gonna be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Set thingy here. Discard again. Nice. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Not unless I'm on stream, Kami. I don't really play any games off a stream. Generally because like I tend to be working on other stuff instead. So I haven't had a chance to actually like play it on stream and stuff. That's mostly just what I've been doing. Unfortunately, but it's fine. Mostly just because I do need to actually start working on getting my things working a little bit better. Oh, that would explain why things are having trouble. Would that fix the issue? Welcome back, Steve. Welcome back. But yeah, sorry, I'm just working on my schedule here because I was thinking, I've been thinking about adding Discord game nights to the Discord and whatnot and bringing them back. Because mostly just because it would be actually fun to go through and do. And that's why I was thinking about sitting down and actually going through and doing proper game nights and stuff for games and stuffs. But the thing about that is I'm not entirely sure what would work as like, there you go, what would work as like a good thing to set for those games. So I'm gonna have to go through and figure out what games would work for like game nights and stuff. I know that to a certain extent Ready or Not would work, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Also, I think I'm going to make them a bit earlier on in the day. If I can, at least. Because making them at maybe like... You know what? Maybe at 4. Let me do that. Update this. Oh, actually, hold on. I want to go and Discord changes. Go back over here. More details. I'm currently still in the process of downloading it. Kami. Yeah, no, I'm still in the process of downloading it, homie. I have not played it at all. Nor have I heard anything about it. I think I saw one video on it years ago, but that's all I've got really in terms of like what I know about Icarus. That's what that is that this is just downloading stuff. Oh, just got an update. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, no. As you can see, I've been downloading a few games into my library. Just a few. Just a few games into my library. Would be fun. Community Terraria. Now that, you know, it's really funny that you mentioned that, actually. You know, it's really funny that you mentioned that because I've already set something up for that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's loud. I wish I could servers and storage. I mean, to be fair, it's actually not hard to do. The server that I... Hold on. The server that I'm currently storing my games on cost me like $100. Straight up. The guy who gave me the server also gave me a hard drive for it as well. Yeah, but it's like, it's relatively... If you go to Facebook Marketplace and stuff, you can see some very, very cheap stuff. Some cheap servers and stuff. Also, really funny story. I know that you guys mentioned it and stuff and being like, oh yeah, it'd be really funny if you have a community game night and stuff. It's almost like I set up a server the other day. It's almost like I set up a server the other day. just slightly, you know? Just a thing. I went through and set up some hoiks and stuff for the side of the door. Or for the thingy here. Because I thought it'd be really cool. Also, for the record, guys, I have the ability to go through and set up a few servers. I have a Palworld server that I was working on, but there's a few game servers that we can set up. Just a couple. That like automatically just work for me, like straight up. Like if I click on this and it says update and install, it installs it instantaneously. And I did not mean to click on Minecraft, but yes. I still have some Left 4 Dead servers and stuff like that, or yeah. But yeah, there you go. It's fantastic. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, I can see how many people are on the server too. It's great. I can also just shut down the servers whenever I want to, so I can make it so that the servers and stuff work while we're also like doing stuff. I have it so that I'm joining via local stuff. So like I have it joining via a local IP. Because for me specifically, it works better if I join locally than if I were to go through all my networking and stuff. But it does work. No, I'm not going to do modded Minecraft, and the only reason I'm not going to do modded Minecraft is the fact that I feel like that would be a bad idea. I feel like that would be a really, really bad idea, specifically speaking. I do want to go through and set up a modded Minecraft server though at some point, but it's going to be one of those ones where I would go through and make the mod pack myself and stuff. So it would be probably related to Feed the Beast in some capacity. I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. I wanna go through and actually set it up so that we have like the basic servers and stuff going. And nothing like too complex. Mostly just because that way it's easier for me to maintain. Too much going on that you're setting up yourself. Yeah, so the thing about it, guys, is that while I do understand that you guys want me to go through and do complex stuff, I am also going through and maintaining a lot of shit. Like this right here is also on the server as well, by the way. This is a thing that I have maintained for those and stuff so that we can actually see our own schedules and they can see all the schedules and stuff, like what's going on. I have all my notes and stuff so they can see my notes. They can also send me thingies. We have a thing, we have all of our forms for joining staff and like different like things going through here as well. I actually was going through and setting up I was actually setting up an onboarding thing recently for those who want to join staff, so we can go through and have like an onboarding going through an onboarding so that we can actually, I can set up like a learning thing so you guys can go through and like take a course on like what we need you guys to learn for the for being a part of staff and whatnot. So I can actually have like that properly, and I've been doing that just mostly just like as like I've been learning that here. I've been like slowly but surely working on things in the background to go update things better. Like there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I understand that you guys may not know because I don't talk about it. But also, you know the wiki that we have? Actually, hold on, the wiki. You know this wiki that we have that organizes and gives you guys information on everything? Yeah, this is also hosted on the servers. Same thing with this. That's not... Hold on. This is also hosted on the servers as well. I still gotta go finish making this, by the way, but yeah. Also, it's not gonna be a modded Terraria run. The only reason it's not gonna be a modded Terraria run is because what I want to do is I want to go, after all these years of having played Terraria, I want to go actually fucking beat the game and actually 100% the game. Because I've never actually 100% in Terraria before. And I want this to be one of the games that's in my 100% list. Because I at this point, I have so many hours in the game, man. Look at that. Look at how many hours I have in the game. And I still haven't gone through and like actually like, I haven't 100%ed it. I still gotta go through and do that at some point, but whatever, it's fine, it's okay. It's no worries. But yeah, welcome to our shenanigans here. Collections didn't seem bugged. Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the Pal World is definitely an interesting time. You need people to help with the 100% achievements because some of the killing another player. Yeah, I know that. I know. There's also another one that I need to go through. Stick. There's this one right here, which I need help with doing for the 100% achievements here. Kill 3 other players within a short amount of time. Kill 3 other players in a road without taking damage. Win a round after all ice is destroyed in an ice level. Kill an opponent with the last bouncing of the bullet, bouncing weapons. Win a round with killing 3 opponents with a blink dagger. Yeah, these are all achievements that I need to actually have people to do. Like do the achievements with. The problem is that actually doing these achievements with you guys would be not hard to do, it's just that it would take a second to go through and actually do. So like I do have a lot of achievements that I want to go through and actually do properly. It's just, yeah. Also, I have we actually have I don't know if you guys know this actually, I have a cluster of servers, not just one. I actually have 3 servers that are a part of this cluster. I haven't set up the 3rd one yet, but we also have 2 of them. I have this one turned off because it creates too much heat. But we also have all these here, setting up and stuff as well. It's great. It's fantastic. Play.gg, is play.gg? No, play.gg is not working. Hold on. Excuse me? The fuck do you mean it was not found? Hey, you fucker. Oh, maybe it's me in the thingy again. Every so often, have an achievement day. So often. No, I go through and do a little bit of farming for achievements. I have a bit of a, it's a requirement that I go through and actually hunt down achievements because if I don't, it feels wrong. It's funny that I say that though, because I have no interest in actual trophies or like rewards or anything like that. I like seeing that number go up. That's it. Like genuinely speaking, the only reason I like hunting down achievements and stuff is because I like going after this. Hold on. This number right here. This number right here. I need this number to go higher. This right here is I need this number to go higher. Because I have 3,682 achievements, but I need more. I need to have this percentage go as a higher percentage. It also has like, I also have a bunch of things over here that goes through and shows my showcase of all the achievements I have in them. Which is hilarious. But yeah. Spit. Yeah, I want that to be 100%, but I don't think that will ever be 100%, I'm sorry to say. Not with the library that I have. Hewwo? Yes, I have played Hewwo. Also, it's less of a matter of whether or not I'd actually be allowed to play it and whether or not I'd actually enjoy it. I've played Barotrauma before. I don't actually enjoy it though. Like I'm not a Barotrauma enjoyer. Unfortunately, guys. As much as some people may want me to go through and play Borrow Trauma, I don't enjoy it. This game. This game. Don't download it. This game. Like, I understand the appeal of it and why people do enjoy it and stuff. It's just not my kind of game. I much more prefer games like Ready or Not and stuff. These are the kind of games that I enjoy. Granted, there are other games that I do enjoy, like Sea of Thieves, which is actually a pretty fun game if you guys have ever played it. Which I do plan on going through and achievement hunting the games in Sea of Thieves, just because for the fun of it, of getting actually like all the achievements in it would be really funny. But that will take me so fucking long, it's not even funny. Like actually like insanely long to do. So I'm like, I'm over here just like avoiding it, like with I reverence a little bit, because I'm kind of scared to go through and touch that. Because I know that there are going to be some games. There's also this game here, Generation Zero, where I've done pretty much every single one of the achievements involving like any of the missions and stuff. There's a couple more that I have to do, but all of the ones that I have left are just collecting stuff. And now I have to go through and collect all of the fucking different thingies across the entire map in Generation Zero. And it's like, it's not that Generation Zero in itself is a bad game per se. It's just that it's like, it's gonna be a lot, man. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. There's also the one over here where we need to go through and do the achievement hunting in here as well. Where you have to open the spawn menu 100,000 times. Like, what do you mean you want me to open the spawn menu 100,000 times? Like, you see what I mean? Oh, I know I 100% could automate that with Python. It's not like I haven't already done stuff like that. It's just that, yeah, I feel like that would be cheating though. Also, there's also this game here, Deep Rock Galactic, which would also be really fun. Because, well, I don't think I need to explain why Deep Rock Galactic would be fun to go through in 100%. DRG is a great game. I fucking love DRG. I don't tend to play it here on stream though with you guys too much or too often, because it is one of those games where people tend to rage about a lot. And as much as I enjoy being around people that are raging and stuff, it's like, no, I'm good, man. Anger is a thingy. And then there's this. Then there's this game. I don't know how to feel about this game. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. 268 gigabytes for the game. I don't know how to feel about that, man. Like, what are you gonna do with 268 gigabytes of space? Jesus Christ. Hunt 100 large monsters and master rank. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, it actually goes through and gives you a bunch of stuff. Okay, I see. Computer explodes. Actually, I do wonder what my current, antivirus, can you like fuck off, please? That'd be great. Please and thank you. Oh, I actually do have quite a bit of space, actually. Free space of 278 gigabytes. We're not going to be fucking that, or messing with that at all. Maintain a fully active world? No, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. You guys can go play it all you want. You guys can do your thingy. I'm just going to, exist. Monster Hunter Wilds is... Okay, I love Monster Hunter World. I don't like Wilds though, and I don't know how to explain it to you other than one of the characters looks like my ex-mother, and I do not like it. Hold on, Monster Hunter Wilds. Who is she? There you go. Let me go find the thingy really quick. No, she's not. My ex-mother is not blonde. A lot of people think I am blonde, but no, she is not blonde. It's the librarian. Hold on. Here, let me just look it up. Hold on. Hold up. Where is it? Where is she? Hold on. Not her. Her. She's like the exact spitting image of my mother. Or my ex-mother. And it's like, no! I'd rather not see that every single time I go through and play the game. Like, come on. It's like fucking straight up just haunting me every time. It's like, no, I'm good. That's the only reason I don't like the game, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the only reason that it's the only reason I don't play the game is because of that. Otherwise, beautiful fucking game, by the way. I love the fact that you go through. Yeah, it looks so good. I bet you could change them out, probably, yeah. Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's Paige. Yeah. By the way, she acts completely different from the character that's there. It's just Paige. Welcome to my own personal hell, where that seems to be the case. Elite Dangerous. Also, I was thinking about going and messing around in Elite Dangerous a little bit because I did want to go through and see like how much it's changed over the years. Because I know that Elite Dangerous has gotten like actually pretty nice and it's pretty fun. So I've been wondering if anything has changed. How much has changed in this game, by the way, over the years? Like how much is... Well, yeah, this is one of those games where like you either really enjoy it or you don't enjoy it at all. I fucking love games like Elite and Dangerous. Actually moved it from my account to deadass. Actually, holy shit, that's a strong reaction. Holy shit. But I didn't care for it back then. No, you're good. I just have a thing where I like games like this, so that's why I was more curious about it. But also, it's more of like it very much is a simulator game, and if you guys don't like simulators, it is not great. Well, yeah, No Man's Sky is also a game where you can actually enjoy the game a lot more because you can actually like run around and stuff, and I have actually played No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a actually like really fun game to play. I just have no achievements in it for some reason, which is unfortunate because they'd be great to have. Ever played Tassion on the Fringe? I've never heard of this before, Azri. I'm sorry to say. I don't know what Tassion on the Fringe is. Let me look this up. Tassion on the Fringe. Oh, the Fringe. Sorry. Tachyon. Like a tachyon particle? What's tachyon? Oh, this right here. This. Oh god, that's an ancient game. No, this is from like way before my time, homie. Like we're talking, yeah, no, this game is older than I am. Azri, this game is older than I am. It came out in 2000. I was born in 2002. Yeah, I know. Okay, where is our stuffs? Where is our stuffers? Elite reminded me of the same. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of like different shenanigans where they go through, and whatchamacallits here. They do have a lot of different games that they go through and like have a lot of like experience in like strips here. But yeah, it's fine. What the hell is rot MG? Grain rot? What? Is that what it is? What? Homie, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't... Oh, Realm of the Mad God. Yay! I'll play it at some point, but not today. I don't think, at least. I'm actually considering ending stream right now because I want to go focus on getting everything else done. Because, guess what? This was meant to be a test stream, not an actual full-ass stream. This was meant to be a test stream. So I'm going to go and, yeah, that's probably what I should do here, is I'm going to go end stream just for today because I'm going to be back tomorrow and stuff. Yeah, I got sidetracked again. But yeah, I'm going to go end stream here today for now, at least. And I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I'll be back tomorrow at some point, whenever that'll happen. I don't know. But I'll be back tomorrow probably at like 10 a.m. or something. Yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Ta-da! Make sure you guys get some eats, 2K. Because, oh my god, I'm gonna go get some sleep too. I need some food. Because let's hear me out real quick. Food is based. Always based. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.